on the Hawkeyes Sports Network from Learfield. This is Hawkeye Women's Basketball, brought to you by U.S. Bank, proud to support Iowa basketball. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Iowa Lottery. Be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit ialottery.com for details. Bud Light, it's for the fans. By University of Iowa Healthcare. Changing medicine, changing lives. Authentic Brand, unique Hawkeye apparel at authentic-brand.com. And by Hy-Vee, score big savings at HyVeeDeals.com. Now to courtside, here's Rob Brooks and Jamie Lang.
And welcome to the Knapp Center in Des Moines, Iowa, as the number 4 ranked Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball team gets set to take on the Drake Bulldogs. The first in-state game and the first road test for the 2-0 Hawkeyes, coming off victories against Southern at 87-34. And then last Thursday night, Evansville 115-62, but a ramp up in opponent today with the 1-0 Drake Bulldogs. Their only game was in the Knapp Center against Green Bay, won by Drake 80-67. And this is going to be quite an atmosphere this afternoon. It is sold out, and the first time ever that a Drake women's basketball game is a complete sellout. So there'll be certainly a lot of black and gold. We can see up in the second level of this arena, a ton of black and gold, and the blue seats that will surround the court will certainly be mostly, but not all, mostly Drake Bulldogs fans. And of course, one of the big storylines, Caitlin Clark is playing in her hometown for the first time. Remember, this game was canceled last year. It was supposed to be Iowa and Drake in Iowa City, but this was one of the canceled games due to a COVID shutdown the Hawkeyes had. So this will be back-to-back trips in the Knapp Center as Iowa defeated Drake 2 years ago. It wasn't easy, though. The Hawks went over the century mark. We'll get the pregame comments from head coach Lisa Bluder. Jamie will be along with her keys to a Hawkeye victory, all leading up to the tip, Iowa and Drake, just after 2 o'clock. Thanks so much for joining us on this Sunday afternoon. Should be a good one. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Okay, close your eyes and imagine.
Well, unless you're driving.
Yes, imagine you bought a scratch ticket from the Iowa Lottery.
Or someone gave you one.
Yes, right. And you scratch, and you've won.
Won big.
Yes, in fact, there are 13 holiday games with big cash prizes. And if you don't win, play it again. You can still win up to $100,000 in the VIP club.
But you have to enter and see rules and complete details at ialottery.com/VIP.
Yes, thank you.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, the Jill Armstrong team, Wisconsin Realty, the area's premier realtor, and Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. Contact the Jill Armstrong team, Wisconsin Realty, for all of your real estate needs. Call 319-631-5455.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
You probably know that a natural gas leak smells like rotten eggs, but what does a gas leak look or sound like? If you hear a whooshing or hissing sound, see dirt, dust, or water spraying from an area, or you get dizzy or queasy, leave the area immediately, then call 1-800-595-5325 once you're safely away. See MidAmericanEnergy.com for more safety tips.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Welcome back inside the Knapp Center on the pregame show, getting ready for Iowa and Drake. It's time for the Hy-Vee shoot-around with Coach Bluder. brought to you by Hy-Vee, the official grocery partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Score big savings at HyVeeDeals.com. Well, sold out for the first time for women's basketball game inside the Knapp Center and in the history of Drake basketball coach. And here we go with the in-state games, and they come quickly, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And it's also not only the first in-state game, but our first road game. And so lots of things to adjust to. And then obviously anytime we come over to Drake, there's always the emotional pull. And then, of course, honoring Lisa Brinkmeyer today, one of our favorite Bulldogs ever, in between the quarters, first 1 and 2.
Yeah, that'll be emotional as well. We'll give you some more information on that as the broadcast rolls along. And looking back at game 1 to game 2, it seemed like you're much more satisfied with the performance against Evansville.
I am, and I don't know if it was just us settling down and kind of that first game jitters. We had way too many turnovers, unforced turnovers against Southern, but I thought we played much better against Evansville, and hopefully we're going to keep progressing in that manner. And
you really liked the way McKenna Warnock played too.
McKenna Warnock played very well. She shot the ball extremely well. She rebounded for us. She's going to have a tough job today. Her assignment, I think, is their key player, and that's Grace Berg.
And we'll talk more about the Bulldogs when we come back. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Okay, close your eyes and imagine.
Well, unless you're driving.
Yes, imagine you bought a scratch ticket from the Iowa Lottery.
Or someone gave you one.
Yes, right. And you scratch, and you've won.
Won big.
Yes, in fact, there are 13 holiday games with big cash prizes. And if you don't win, play it again. You can still win up to $100,000 in the VIP club.
But you have to enter and see rules and complete details at ialottery.com/VIP.
Yes, thank you.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
Touchdown! You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
At Mid-American Energy, we want to help keep you safe around power lines and electrical equipment. Always assume a power line is energized, even if it's on the ground. To avoid the risk of an accidental shock or electrocution, avoid touching a power line with anything. And when you see high voltage warnings on transformers and substations, stay away. We care about you and your safety. Get more tips at midamericanenergy.com.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Get a Hy-Vee Plus Premium membership for just $99 a year and get fuel savings every time you shop in-store and online. Plus, exclusive deals and offers every month. Plus, free standard delivery and free express pickup. With Hy-Vee Plus, our plus equals more. For a limited time, get $50 off an annual Hy-Vee Plus membership with code SAVEBIG. That's right, get $50 off a Hy-Vee Plus membership with code SAVEBIG.
Lisa, looking at Drake's personnel, of course, Grace Berg, outstanding player, Maggie Blair as well, a good size, but they've got shooters to go with the inside play as well.
Yeah, and this is a really experienced team. You got 4 seniors in the starting lineup and a sophomore, so an experienced basketball team. Of course, Megan Meyer, we know very well. They're starting off guard, and last year I believe she was the newcomer of the year in the Missouri Valley Conference. One of their top scorers, definitely their best and most consistent three-point shooter. So we're going to have our work cut out for her, but we know her, and sometimes that's good and sometimes that's bad, right? We know her game. We respect her game. Obviously, we want to limit her touches today.
You talk about the experience in the starting 5. Is this a deep team?
It's deeper than it has been. I mean, they play quite a few players, but their core 5 are definitely their premier players.
Has their style of play changed much since the coaching change?
It really hasn't. They're maybe playing a little bit more player. They do mix it up. Sometimes they, go zone on a make and on a miss go players, so they'll mix up their zone and players. But their matchup zone is their predominant defense, and their offense is just the same as it's always been. So it's a very similar looking Drake team. Although we didn't get to see them last year, this is one of the games we canceled because of our COVID issues.
Yeah, back-to-back trips here to the Knapp Center.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, Coach, let's go get a victory and a road victory number 1 of the year.
Let's do it.
Coach Lisa Bluder on the pregame show. We'll be back with more from the Knapp Center after the break. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Probably know that a natural gas leak smells like rotten eggs. But what does a gas leak look or sound like? If you hear a whooshing or hissing sound, see dirt, dust, or water spraying from an area, or you get dizzy or queasy, leave the area immediately. Then call 1-800-595-5325 once you're safely away. See MidAmericanEnergy.com for more safety tips.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
At Cenex, we're locally owned and operated, so your community is our community. That's why your Cenex goes far beyond the store. We fuel community connections by supporting local festivals, restoring town monuments, and renovating baseball fields. Now in its 4th year, we'll have contributed more than $400,000 to Cenex communities through our Hometown Pride initiative, because community connections make the places we live so special. Cenex, powered locally.
Okay, close your eyes and imagine.
Well, unless you're driving.
Yes, imagine you bought a scratch ticket from the Iowa lottery.
Or someone gave you one.
Yes, right. And you scratch, and you've won.
One big.
Yes, in fact, there are 13 holiday games with big cash prizes. And if you don't win, play it again. You can still win up to $100,000 in the VIP club.
But you have to enter and see rules and complete details at ialottery.com/VIP.
Yes, thank you.
The road to a championship is long and full of peril, not to mention snow. Best to drive a Honda. Athletic, all-wheel drive vehicles with nimble moves, power off the line, and gas mileage that's off the charts. Plus, every Honda comes standard with Honda sensing safety features, because defense wins championships, and everybody loves the free safety. New Hondas are arriving daily at your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Just a couple minutes before starting lineups as the Hawkeyes warming up. The basket to our right, the Drake Bulldogs to our left, and quite a presentation here to get the Bulldogs out on the court with the lights off and the music going.
I wasn't sure if it was the 1990 Bulls. I didn't know.
Right.
Looking around. No, but it is. It's really fun that they do things like that. I love Iowa came out in the middle of it and got some boos. So there's definitely an atmosphere happening here in the Knapp Center today.
Well, Jamie, how about the keys to victory here? This won't be easy. The first two were,
yes.
And you go into this one thinking it's going to be a 4-quarter basketball game.
It's definitely going to be. It's a little bit different because this is going to have a lot of emotion drawn into it, but they also have good players. Drake is normally one of the top teams in the NBC Conference, and so Iowa is playing a team that can make it to the NCAA tournament most years. Keys today, I would say a big one is just the adaptability. They've only played one game, so Iowa doesn't have much of a scouting report on this specific Drake team. But obviously Berg Meyer is here, who played at Iowa, so that's always something that you have to be aware of. Bear in the post. So they do have some size in the post, although I'd still say that Monica definitely kind of trumps them with the skills. The second thing is get the ball in the post. Get it into Monica because she has the high percentage shots and she will get the in-out play going, which really frees up that outside shot. And the last one is to really control the tempo. Drake likes to shoot three-pointers. They always have. It's just a thing. And so Iowa needs to make sure and control that tempo. Don't let them just come down and put a three up. And then on their end, making sure they get those boards and they push it because they're a much better team when they are more up-tempo.
Both these teams certainly have plenty of experience. So
yes.
They've been through NCAA tournaments, tough atmospheres on both sides.
Yeah, Drake's not. I think they're probably really excited about this. This is a game that can only help them. It's not going to hurt them. even if they would lose to Iowa, it still will help them in the RPI ranking, playing against them. So Iowa's the one who has all the pressure in this game.
National anthem. Both teams getting ready for. And before that, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye Women's Basketball. Colors out on the court. Both teams lined up on the free throw line, ready for today's national anthem.
The singing of our national anthem, performed this afternoon by Miss Iowa Bailey Hodson, with our colors being presented by AFS Post 2.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red flares bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
National anthem performed by Miss Iowa 2022 as we get set for Iowa and Drake. The starting lineups to be introduced. And another thing, Jamie, that makes this game interesting is the fact that Caitlin Clark coming back to play in Des Moines for the first time, but players on both these teams certainly know each other well, especially from only high school, but also AAU club tournament games.
Right, a lot of Midwest, right? We're talking about Midwest powerhouses right here. Iowa traditionally likes to really recruit from the Midwest, and then you have Drake, who is, I mean, even more Midwest than Iowa. So you have people who have been playing against each other, you're right, since they were what? Some people as young as 12 probably, even maybe younger. I'm just going to stop at 12, and playing against each other, playing with each other. It does make a lot for emotion, but I would say a lot of it is good. It's good emotion, it's good competitiveness. You want to be the winner. It's just going to add more to this game.
Hawkeye starters introduced, the regular 5. Kate Martin averaging 5.5 through the first couple of ball games. McKenna Warnock, 10 and 8, coming off 15 of 8 against Evansville. Monica Sonato in the middle at 16.5. Caitlin Clark at 23 points a game, 7 rebounds and 6.5 assists. She'll be joined in the backcourt by Gabby Marshall. Starting 5 for the Drake Bulldogs. Megan Meyer, a senior from Mason City. Of course, started her collegiate career at the University of Iowa before transferring here to Drake, averaging 12.1 through 1 contest. Katie Dinnebeer, a sophomore from West Des Moines, averaging 8 7.9. Anna Miller, a sophomore from Rochester, Minnesota, averaging 7.9. Maggie Bear out of Glen Ellen, Illinois. And Grace Berg out of Indianola at 11.2 last year. Those numbers I gave you for the starting five for Drake. Those are averages last year, having played just one game so far this year. And Berg.
And it looks like they're actually going to have Gildner.
Yeah, they're actually going to go with Sarah Beth Gildner
in place of Miller.
So Miller will not start. So it'll be Dinnebeer, Meyer, Gildner, Bear, and Berg. And Maggie Bear at 6'3" and a senior. So the experience in that starting lineup. And of course, Jamie, another storyline here is Lisa Bluder. Spent 10 years as the head coach for the Drake Bulldogs from 1990 until 2000 before making the move to Iowa City. Jan Jensen, of course, played at Drake and also coached here as well. Jenny Fitzgerald as well, and Jan Jensen still with that. I asked her this morning, I said, hey, your jersey's still up there, right? She goes, oh yeah. I go, okay, that's good.
Up in the rafters, there she is. Yeah, there's so much history here. It's insane how much they are still connected to Drake. And I mean, then Jenny Lolis Baranchek, she was then coaching here, who was a star at Iowa, and so
now at Oklahoma.
Yeah, a lot of give and take when you talk about the connections between Iowa and Drake. So this is just one of those games, though, that I think is really, really exciting still. You gotta love these types of games. It's a really good one to get the team started, though, for that emotion piece, because the emotions are gonna run high in some of these games. And just think about when the ones, it's an emotion, whatever it is. Maybe it's a really good team you're playing against NC State, or is it in a team that you just have a lot of connections to? Either way, that's controlling your emotions.
And it comes so quickly. We've just started the season. This is the third game for the Hawkeyes, second for the Bulldogs, and here we are. Allison Pullman in her second year. Outstanding player at UNI as Allison Starr.
I mean, there's no better name than Allison Starr. I remember Allison Starr.
And she was,
She was a great player.
Yes, she was. And then was a coach at UNI. And an associate head coach here and an assistant before taking over the head job. So Monica Sonato and Maggie Bear. Center jump circle here at the Knapp Center. Hawkeyes in the black road uniforms. Gold Iowa across the front, gold numbers. And both teams tipped it a couple of times. And finally, tipped by Bear. And Drake will have the first possession. Hawks come out in man-to-man defense. Megan Meyer in between the circles. Feeds to Dinnebeer. And now it's Bear making a move. Goes up with the left hand and gets it off the window. Knocked it in from the left block.
And Bear will shoot threes, so that means that if they are playing player to player, that you're assuming everyone's a shooter at the three-point arc.
Dinnebeer out on Clark, who has the ball in between the circles, fakes, and then tries to get it inside to Sonato, and it's knocked away by Bear from behind. Bear at 6'3", and you're right, will certainly step out and shoot that long-range jump shot. A back cut, Sonato lost her, and Bear has the first 4 points for the Bulldogs. Drake goes up 2-0. To make that 4-0, and Clark, a three-pointer left side, no good. And Meyer taps it to Dinnebeer. Keeps that right-handed dribble going, slips it inside. Bear went up, had it blocked, got it back, and scores again. He's beating the Hawkeyes down the floor. 6-0 Drake. Lob into Sonato. She goes up strong. Layup up and good. That time she got posted up early.
She did. And she got down there and got actually set up. They had an actual chance to run their offense.
6-2 Bulldogs. Backdoor cut layup good by Dinnebeer. All the points in the paint so far for Drake. And the Bulldogs out 8-2. And traveling will be called on Caitlin Clark as Dinnebeer, who is really fired up, was there defensively, really guarding Clark tight.
And this is what Clark's going to have to experience. This is what happens when you're a really great player, is that people want to play you hard, and also the crowd doesn't want you to do well.
And here's a steal by Marshall. She's good for a couple of games no matter what. 8-2. Hawkeyes with the ball, Drake with the lead. Here's Clark, gets into the paint. Shifty shot is up and off the window. Nice one-on-one move and an attack
finish
by Caitlin Clark.
She readjusted in the air to get that finish so that she didn't go into the defender, get a charge or anything like that.
Yeah,
Smart
moved
play.
her body to the right in the air. Drake moves the ball around the arc. Gildner for three off the back of the iron. Sonano, good position with the rebound. Gets it to Clark across the timeline. Caitlin slips into the paint, now back to the right side, fires a three-pointer, knocks it down from the right wing.
You can just tell when she goes up for one of those shots, she feels so good, and that plays a lot into her making it.
Hawks within one, 8-7. Early going from the Knapp Center, a sold-out Knapp Center. Here's a curl cut on the inside by Meyer, and traveling is called as Gabby Marshall was there defensively.
So Drake's offense looks kind of similar to Iowa's offense. There's a lot of running, a lot of cutting, a lot of filling. The biggest difference is they're doing a ton of back screens right now, which Iowa is doing better now. But that's mainly how people got open in those first few.
Taylor McCauley comes in for the Bulldogs. She had 7 against Green Bay. Sonano on the inside goes up, had it partially blocked, slipped off the left side of the rim. Rebound down to Grace Berg. She had 20 against Green Bay. Dinnebeer drops it inside to McCauley, tried to slip a pass across the lane, taken by Warnock, and now restolen by Berg. Meyer on the right wing, 8-7 Bulldogs with the basketball. Miller on the inside, wild shot, weak side rebound, taken by Kate Martin across the timeline. Drives down the left side of the rim, goes up strong, has it blocked away, and dug up by Drake. Drake's got some length inside. And in transition, Dinnebeer laid it up and in as a pass actually hit the front of the rim and came right back to Katie Dinnebeer. It's her second basket. She has 4. Warnock for 3. Deep in the right corner. Count it.
Drake's getting a lot of things bouncing their way right now. Iowa just has to keep going along until it can start going their way.
We're tied at 10 as Berg goes up in the paint. Shot no good off the front of the iron. Loose ball goes out of bounds. Touched last by the Hawkeyes along the baseline as Addie O'Grady makes her first appearance. And Courtney Becker back up 4, along with Sarah Beth Gildner, returns to the lineup. Meyer for 3, right wing, right in front of the Hawkeye bench. Misfired on that attempt. Clark gets the rebound into the front court. She'll pull from the top of the key, scrape the left side of the rim, long rebound Meyer. Tied at 10, 5:30 left to go in the first quarter. Meyer drives down the right side, hesitation move, and took a little extra step. And the second turnover by Megan Meyer will give the Hawkeyes the basketball as Molly Davis, transfer from Central Michigan, in for Kate Martin.
So we might start to see more of what Coach Bluder is thinking for the season, at least at the moment, for
Trying to get that
substitutions
rotation
today.
down, yep. Yeah, this won't be the 13 or 14 we've seen in the first 2 games, at least here in the first half. Here's Warnock for 3, left wing, no good, a little bit short. Rebound to the Bulldogs. We're tied at 10. We approach 5 in the first. Miller gets the ball to the right side. McCauley. Looking for that backdoor cut. Meyer keeps that dribble going to the right side. 9 to shoot. Dribbles in between her legs. Frees up for a 3-pointer. And that's a swish right to the top of the key for Megan Meyer. Averaged 12 last year. Bulldogs by 3. Hawkeyes with the basketball. Warnock deep in the corner. Marshall, free throw line extended left. Clark reverses the ball. to Warnock. Here's Davis, makes a move in the paint. Floater is up and won't go. Addie O'Grady jumped a little bit too early to get the rebound, and it fell into the hands of Megan Meyer. Meyer for the Bulldogs. Davis on her. Here's a baseline drive that is up and good. Courtney Becker, 6-foot junior. Her first basket. Got free on the right baseline. Bulldogs by 5. Clark down the right side. Bounce pass into Addie O'Grady. Left-handed layup is good. Beautiful pass by Clark. Made that happen.
Yep, she didn't get too far into the lane. She pulled the defense just enough away, and Addie was wide open.
Addie catches the ball so well. Meyer for 3, top of the key, no. And a jump ball will be called. Clark and Miller both went after it.
Well, that was a wild first 6.5
Well, the pace
minutes.
we expected.
Yes. Oh, wow. So I would say it was actually really good. Iowa didn't have things really bouncing their ways to begin, and they didn't get down, though. So that was something impressive by them. They didn't let it affect them. Bluder didn't have to waste a timeout on it, and they figured it out on their own.
When corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Take a closer look, and you'll discover the many connections you have to corn. And these connections translate into wins for farmers and wins for all Iowans. Share your winning moments using hashtag IowansWin. 3:42 left to go in the first from the Knapp Center in Des Moines. It is Drake 15, Iowa 12. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Handling all of your exterior needs from roofing, siding, windows, and gutters, they've got you covered. Providing free damage inspections and help filing insurance claims. Call 319-343-6376.
We all love a good win. Catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/IowansWin.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
You mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
Rob Brooks, Jamie K.B. Lang, courtside at the Knapp Center in Des Moines. Drake 15, Iowa 12. We told you that Jan Jensen, who had just had a terrific career here for the Bulldogs with her jersey, hung in the rafters along with Wanda Ford from 1982 until 86. Lori Bauman from 1980 to 84. 5 men's players have had their jersey retired. Dolph Pulliam, Willie McCarter, and Willie Wise, who all played on that 1969 Final Four team against UCLA, and then Lou Alcindor. 1969 NCAA Final Four at Freedom Hall in Louisville, Kentucky. The Bruins defeated the Bulldogs 85-82. Lewis Lloyd, of course, and Red Morrell from 1955 until 1988. Lewis Lloyd, when he was here at Drake, finished second in the country in both scoring and rebounding. Drake with the basketball. Here's Bear sliding down the right side of the lane, goes up strong on the right block, and Iowa will be charged with a foul. Addie O'Grady. That'll be her first and the team's first. Sonato back.
Maggie Bear will be the line for the Bulldogs.
First trip to the line. Maggie Bear really started quickly for the Drake Bulldogs. First free throw good. She has 7 of the Bulldogs' 16. 16-12. And she's about a foot off the free throw line. So it's a 16-foot free throw. And she makes the second. Drake by 5. Marshall for 3. Right corner, no good. That's a good spot for her, though. Drake looks to run. They push it. Dinnebeer gets into the paint, kicks it right side. Becker's jumper is no good. Weak side board, Marshall. Gets it ahead to Caitlin Clark. Keeps that dribble going on the left side. Now makes a move into the paint. Floater is up and good with the right hand from 10 feet.
The tempo already feels different than it did prior to the timeout.
Berg posting against Stulke. Turns that left side and scores. Grace Berg, her first basket. Clark has it taken away by Dinnebeer. Ball is loose on the floor, and timeout taken by Drake. Just to save it before a tie-up situation. 30-second timeout by the Bulldogs. Attention all Hawkeye fans who buy their own health insurance. Wellmark is on your side and on the health insurance marketplace. Let's give it up for plans you can afford. The freedom to go do almost any doctor in Iowa and $0 virtual care. Check out wellmark.com/swish to compare plans. Now's your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa Women's Basketball Program to serve charities in Eastern Iowa. Learn more at iowaswarm.com. That's iowaswarm.com. 19-14, Drake with the lead in the basketball. Approaching 2 minutes left to go in the first. Berg sends it inside, and the layup is good by Megan Meyer. Right hand on the left side. Another backdoor move.
Yeah, Iowa is just getting caught up on the screens and the cuts because they're curling around, so you got to go under the screens.
Then Iowa gets the ball inside to Sonano. She goes up strong and is fouled from behind. Will come to the free throw line.
Iowa really hasn't had a chance for at a fast break yet so far. Drake's doing a good job getting back, but also there's not a ton of rebounds. And rebounding is normally where they're going to be going because Drake is currently 9 of 16, so they're shooting pretty well from the field. Iowa is 43% from the field, just 6 of 14.
First free throw good for Sonano. Second one in the air, got it. Monica with 4. Coming off of 23 and 7 boards against Evansville. 21-16. Bulldogs on top. 1:40 left in the first. Dinnebeer to Meyer. Round the arc to Berg. Now they do a lot of 5 out, 4 out, 1 in type of offense. Dinnebeer down the right side of the lane. Kicks it to Berg. Her jumper is no good. And a foul underneath will go against Maggie Bear on the rebound.
So she's saying so the ref.
And that's 2.
Yeah, the ref was calling on that, saying that she's holding on to Monica Sonano's arm. And the ref was standing right there, so I'm going to trust her on this one. I mean, she's literally like 2 feet away.
So Bear, who has 8 points, has had a terrific quarter. Now the bench with 2 fouls. See if Sonano can go to work, and she does. Little reverse layup with the left hand. Clark the assist. It's 21-18. Meyer for 3. Back of the iron, no. Long rebound to Kate Martin. Down the left side of the court. Fakes a pass inside. Now Clark. Dinnebeer comes out on her. Uses a Warnock screen to get to the basket. Goes up strong.
Yes.
Finishes in traffic and is fouled. Clark with 9.
I mean, that's the thing to go against Meyer is that Clark knows Meyer, and she was like, I got it. As soon as Meyer switched on to her, she drove right into the lane because she knows that that's probably one of her weaker parts is her defense on the drive.
And a good screen by Warnock on the left wing. Meyer picks up her first. Clark will try and complete the three-point play. Caitlin has this one rattle out, and then Warnock goes after the rebound along the baseline.
And Iowa gets the ball back on that.
So great job by Warnock to get it off one of the Bulldog players. So Davis will throw it in along the baseline, kicks it out high to Warnock. Marshall, now Davis deep in the corner, fakes a three, now penetrates the baseline, kicks it left side. Here's Martin, bounce pass inside to Warnock, whips it right side. Good ball movement by the Hawkeyes. We saw that against Evansville. Now inside Sonano, up and under move with the left hand, and she went to the middle of the lane. Beautiful move and footwork by Monica Sonano.
Wash, rinse, repeat right there. She just did the exact same move, crossed over into the middle of the lane. Nice little left hook.
And the Hawks grab the lead, 22-21 with 10 seconds left to go. First quarter, Drake will hold for one. Dinnebeer against Marshall, drives down the right side of the lane, kicks it into the corner. Now out high to Berg, penetrates, shot is up off the window. Nobody stopped. Grace Berg got all the way to the rim and scored at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, they needed to have a better understanding of where the clock was at because they could have gave a harder help, and I don't think people realized they were worried about a kick out for a three, but there wouldn't have been time.
So we've played 10 minutes. Drake with a 1-point lead, 23-22. And going to have a celebration at midcourt, which we will talk about after the break. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
At Mid-American Energy, we want to help keep you safe around power lines and electrical equipment. Always assume a power line is energized, even if it's on the ground. To avoid the risk of an accidental shock or electrocution, avoid touching a power line with anything. And when you see high voltage warnings on transformers and substations, stay away. We care about you and your safety. Get more tips at midamericanenergy.com.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
You mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
Another season of women's and men's college sports is underway. Follow your alma mater or favorite team in their pursuit of the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2023 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
We've played a quarter and a 1-point basketball game. Drake 23, Iowa 22. And out at midcourt, both members of the Drake and Iowa women's basketball coaching staffs today are wearing shirts that say Brinks Bench, recognizing former outstanding Drake basketball player Lisa Brinkmeyer, going through some health difficulties, battling cancer. Brinkmeyer played for Coach Bluder here at Drake from 93 until 97, helping the Bulldogs to a pair of Missouri Valley Conference titles, a couple NCAA tournament appearances as well. She's sports administrator at the girls' high school union, and sitting right here courtside next to us. Great ceremony there.
Yeah, she's an amazing person. I actually first met her at Jan Jensen's wedding, and she was the funniest human I'd ever met. I had never met her prior to that, and then we became instant friends, and then we have talked for a long time since then, and I mean, seriously, I would say top 5 funniest people I've ever met. I mean, she is spot on for wit and humor. McKenna Warnock just got a forced a turnover for Drake. Got in there, she got the jump ball, and then it was an alternate possession.
So Iowa basketball. Hawks first possession here in quarter number 2. Starting 5 back on the floor. Warnock, beautiful pass across the lane. The finish, Sonano, and she's fouled. There's that quick pass that we really saw the Hawkeyes execute well against Evansville.
That was a sharp offensive possession for Iowa. You know, it looked very well played. Everyone was ready to go. Boom, 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 boom. And then easy shot for Monica Sonano.
So Sonano at the line completes the three-point play. 11 for Monica Sonano. And the Hawks go up by 2 at 25-23. Just underway, second quarter. Megan Meyer for the Bulldogs. Drake does a good job getting that ball side to side. A lot of screens. Dinnebeer for 3, rolls in a 3, left to the top of the key. She's a player that looks to score. Doesn't score a lot, but is always certainly capable, as Sonano has a layup blocked from behind by McCauley. Drake by 1. Here's a drive down the left side of the lane, and traveling will be called on Miller against Sonano. Just kind of fumbled the ball and then slid her feet.
And good defense, though, by Monica. It's hard playing outside when you're not used to playing outside as much, but I think she's figuring it out, and she's looking much more, I say, apt to get out on the ball up there than in the beginning of the game.
Clark to Martin, now to Sonano. On the right wing, about 10 feet away from the basket. Now back to Kate Martin, top of the key, swings it left side. Marshall. Martin. Now Clark, 9 to shoot. Dinnebeer comes out on her. Clark, step back 3, no good. Had to try to make something happen. Bulldogs rebound the ball. Dinnebeer across the timeline, good speed. And now Megan Meyer fakes a 3. Dinnebeer, top of the key, drives down the right side. That's what she loves to do. Scoop shot is up and good. Foul on Clark. Count the basket.
And it was good defense down the lane until that very end. She just stuck her leg out a little bit too far and got that foul.
Quick first step by Katie Dinnebeer. Out of West Des Moines. So she knows Caitlin well. Caden Gray, 6'2" freshman from Kansas. Free throw, no. In for the Bulldogs for the first time. Hawks down 3 with the ball. Lob pass, Sonano. She's in traffic. Reverse layup is up and good with the right hand on the left side. Went behind her head with it.
Gets into an awkward position, but there's really not an awkward position for her because she's worked all angles of the basket.
And Meyer tries to make a move, stops, and shuffled her feet about 6 feet away from the basket. That's the 3rd traveling violation on Megan Meyer. Hawks down 1 with the ball, can take the lead with 7:45 left to go in the second quarter. Clark feeds inside Sonano. Up and under move. Had it blocked from the left side, and a foul will be called as she had that step-through move to go up with the left hand in the paint.
And they're still playing one-to-one on Monica, and they need to go into her every single time.
Which they've been doing.
And they are, and they have to. They need to keep doing it because then it's pulling in defenders who are now, she's drawing fouls off of them.
And just such an excellent free throw shooter. Sonano buries the first. And remember, Maggie Bear had 2 fouls in the first quarter. This one rolls out on the right side. Berg the rebound. So we may not see Maggie Bear, the top players for the Bulldogs, the rest of the first half. We're tied at 28. Inside, Berg tries to go to work, whips a pass to Gray. who gets a pass to Megan Meyer, racing to the basket, layup good. She's fouled. Megan had 10 against Green Bay, a couple of three-pointers.
And Drake is really playing off of those cuts right now. So they're looking more for the inside game. If we look at their points in the paint right now, they have 22 of their 30 points is in the paint. So they're not playing the three-point line at all right now. They're using the fact that they are traditionally a good three-point shooting team, even though tonight they're not the best, or today they're not the best. And they're just cutting.
Meyer rattles home the free throw. She has 8. 31-28, lob pass to Sonato. The help came, and Berg able to knock it out of bounds, but the Hawks will retain possession along the baseline. Clark to throw it in. Lob out high to Warnock. Now Molly Davis tried to get it to the corner to Clark. And Meyer deflects this one out of bounds, and now the Hawks will have it on the side with 7:10 left to go, second quarter. 31-28 Drake. Davis in between the circles. And Martin tried to get it into Sonato. This time the ball batted up in the air, stolen by the Bulldogs. Meyer on the right wing. Gray into the corner. Baseline move. McCauley shot no good. Weak side board. Kate Martin, she didn't hit anything with it. As Clark gets into the paint, goes up against two players. Couldn't get it, got her own rebound. And now, little short jumper, right wing, spun out. Fight for the rebound. Gray gets it away from Warnock. Clark was surprised she was that wide open. Dinnebeer drives baseline. Kicks it out front. Meyer, Dinnebeer. Clark comes out on her. Bulldogs reverse the basketball to McCauley. Now inside, Berg, a layup. There's another cut to the hoop. That's been so effective for Drake.
And it was basically a slip screen where they normally set this back screen. She just took the slip, she went and read it and cut back in.
And an air ball three by Kate Martin. The ball was out of bounds over to Drake. 33-28 Bulldogs, 6:08 in the second. Anna Stolke back for the Hawkeyes.
Neither team is shooting well from three-point arc right now. Iowa is just 2 of 9, 22%, and Drake's just 2 of 8.
Three-pointer, top of the key. This one goes down. Gildner came off a screen and knocked down the three-pointer at the top of the key, and the Hawks call timeout. Don Street Tire and Auto, locally owned and operated and voted best of the area for the 10th consecutive year, proudly supports Iowa women's basketball. Trust Dodge Street Tire for honest auto repair and the best deals on Goodyear and Toyo tires. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, celebrating over 30 good years on the corner of Dodge and Church Streets. 5:54 left to go, second quarter. Hawks call timeout. Drake 36, Iowa 28. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
At Cenex, we're locally owned and operated, so your community is our community. That's why your Cenex goes far beyond the store. We fuel community connections by supporting local festivals, restoring town monuments, and renovating baseball fields. Now in its 4th year, we'll have contributed more than $400,000 to Cenex communities through our Hometown Pride initiative, because community connections make the places we live so special. Cenex, powered locally.
The road to a championship is long and full of peril, not to mention snow. Best to drive a Honda. Athletic, all-wheel drive vehicles with nimble moves, power off the line, and gas mileage that's off the charts. Plus, every Honda comes standard with Honda sensing safety features, because defense wins championships, and everybody loves the free safety. New Hondas are arriving daily at your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Drake has outscored the Hawks here in the second quarter, 13-6. It's 36-28 Drake over the Hawkeyes. For Iowa so far in the second quarter, 2 out of 7 from the floor. Missed both 3-point field goal attempts. 2 out of 3 from the free throw line. Monica Sonano leads the way with 14. 9 for Caitlin Clark on 4 of 9 shooting. Warnock with 3. And Addie O'Grady with a basket. And Drake, as they typically are, pretty balanced on the offensive side. 9 from Dinnebeer. 8 for Bear. All that coming in the first quarter. She also committed 2 fouls and has been on the bench. But Berg has picked up her scoring in the second quarter with 6. Meyer has 8. Hawks 2 of 9 from 3. 3 of 9 for the Bulldogs. Hawkeye basketball. 5:54 left to go in the second. Good timeout by Coach Bluder.
Yeah, Iowa right now wants to try to just set that tone to end the half.
In the corner, jumper, Martin, a little bit strong. Stalky tries to keep it alive, does. Warnock hustles after it, as does Martin. Both teams on the floor, and the Bulldogs dig it up. Dinnebeer. Well, she's been terrific here in the first half. Playing with great energy. Davis comes out on her. Here's Miller to Dinnebeer. A couple players go down. They're okay. 3-pointer, no, by Gildner, who just hit one before the timeout. Here's Clark, right wing, all the way to the basket. Contact, and the floater is up and good from the right block. Caitlin Clark with 11. Hawks within 6. Quick 3, good for Dinnebeer. Or make that Gildner. Gildner knocks down the 3 from the left wing. Shot is up and no good.
And Clark put that up, had a lot of arch on it, but if she feels confident shooting it, that's what Bluder wants her to shoot.
Drake gets it back. Dinnebeer. Now to Becker. Cross-court pass almost stolen by Clark. Retained by McCauley, and a whistle. Let's see if Kate Martin picks it up for the Hawkeyes. That's going to be the case, and her first. Bulldogs by 9. 39-30 with 4:28 left to go, second quarter. Inside, McCauley, shot is up and no good off Sonano. Good defense by Monica, and she got the rebound. Gets it ahead to Clark. Tried to get a bounce pass into Hannah Stalky, posting up in the paint, and the ball is kicked and out of bounds. Will be Iowa basketball. Megan Meyer comes back for the Bulldogs.
And Monica Sonano's leading Iowa with 14 of their 30 points. Continue going inside, though.
Clark all the way to the rim. Shot is up and no good. Good drive down the left side of the lane. .34 will pick up the foul. That is Sarah Beth Gildner. Her first. And Caitlin Clark at the line. First one perfect. Need to recycle old working refrigerators and deep freezers? Visit MidAmericanEnergy.com for details, plus energy saving tips. 2 for 2 for Caitlin Clark. She has 13. 3-pointer, McCauley. Shot is up and no good. Missed it from the left wing. 39-32. Drake on top. Iowa with the basketball. Clark in between the circles. Takes a Sonano screen. Now a bounce pass to Monica, who rolled to the basket and lays it up and in.
Really nice screen and roll right there. And Clark played it perfectly. Had the defense, again, pulled them, just threw them out, and then a nice drop pass inside for Monica, cut into the basket.
And Sonano with 16. 39-34 Drake. 3:35 left to go, second quarter. Bulldogs with the basketball. Iowa doing a better job defending those back cuts, and a 5-second call.
You could hear Molly Davis, I think, there. I could hear it through my headphones at least, saying dead, dead, dead. And those things alert the rest of the team, though, to know, get on your girl, make sure you're defending her, and deny, deny, deny. And everyone did it. Anyone close to her, you could see went into denial stance, and so that's how she couldn't pass it out. So great job, everyone listening to Molly, too.
That gives the Hawkeyes the basketball. Here's Davis. Free throw line extended right into the corner. Marshall back to Molly Davis. Takes one dribble. Now back to Gabby. Still on the right wing. She penetrates. Goes up in traffic. Shot up the left side of the iron. And into the hands of Gildner. Drake will slow the pace. Nobody in the paint for Drake. 4 players around the outer arc and 1 at the free throw line. Here's Bird. Tries to drive left side against Stolke. And
Stolke did a great job.
She did. Cut that off.
Yep, she pushed her down so low that Berg didn't have any other choice.
But Iowa did touch the ball last before the ball went out of bounds along the baseline. Drake gets it in. Dinnebeer. Molly Davis comes out on her. 30 feet from the hoop. Uses a screen. Drives down the right side. Goes up and scores off of Davis. That's what she likes to do. Here's Clark. Spins, paint, layup, just short off the right side of the rim. Beautiful move by Caitlin Clark.
Good move, good read.
Did everything except go in. And then Clark knocked the ball out of the hands of Dinnebeer right in front of the Iowa bench. And the Iowa coaching staff can't believe that it didn't go off Dinnebeer.
Coach Bluder's talking to the ref that was standing right there, saying, you're standing right here, why aren't you making the call?
Another ref came in and made the call.
Yep.
No overturn, though. So Drake gets it. Well, it's going to work out in Iowa's favor anyway.
Moving screen. Clark was trying to get out there, and then the screen moved to try to stop her from getting there. And you can feel it right now. There's a lot out there, a lot of feelings. Iowa, you just want to be able to be the one who steps off the court at halftime. That's their goal right now. Step off the court at halftime, being the ones with the momentum.
Gray picks up her first. Iowa basketball, 41-34 Bulldogs. Marshall on the left wing. Look inside. Now Clark, top of the key. 3, buries it. Caitlin Clark with 16. And then a steal by Molly Davis, and then she turned around and gets called for traveling. (41-37). We're under 2, second quarter.
You can tell Iowa has turned it up a notch on the defense.
Himes into the game, gets it into the corner. Gray shot is up, and it's an air ball. But Imes working that weak side board, had the ball fall right into her hands, and she laid it up and in. Sonano gets in deep. Shot is up and no good, but a foul will be called on the Bulldogs. Good power move
really
in the
good
paint by Monica Sonano.
It wasn't Davis's best pass, but this is the good thing about Monica. She didn't even let it cross her mind that she wasn't going to catch it. So she really had to reposition herself to get up high enough and catch the ball. Had to move back a little bit, which put her too low under the basket. Like you said, the power move, though, she regained her body control and went up strong and drew that foul.
And Gray picks up her second. Sonano swishes the first free throw. 17 in the first half for Monica Sonano. Been dominant on the inside. Second also good. And she's getting some Drake players in not serious foul trouble, but
enough
2
foul
with 2.
trouble.
Hawks pull to within 4. 43-39, 1:15 left to go. Dinnebeer drives down the left side, pulls up her dribble, slips a pass inside to McCauley. Turnaround jumper, no good.
And
Off
Davis
stood
her ground there. She didn't have any height going for her, but she stood the body ground.
Hannah Stolke runs the court well and
Yes,
lays
she
it up with
did.
the left hand. Assist Clark. 43-41, under a minute, second quarter. Bulldogs with the advantage. Iowa with some momentum here the last 3 minutes. Here's Berg on the drive, shot no. Gets her own rebound, puts it up and in off the window. Berg with 8.
Smart by Clark just then to let 5 seconds play off the clock so that they get this very last possession.
About 0.2 of a second. The difference between the game clock, shot clock, 45-41 Drake. Hawks will hold. Davis out near midcourt, 9 seconds. Uses a Sedano screen right side, now to Clark. Fakes a 3, takes one dribble, 3-pointer off the window, no good. And that'll do it for the first 2 quarters.
But man, that's a better feeling Iowa's got to be walking off the court with than it was 6 minutes ago. And when Coach Bluder took that timeout.
Drake went up by 8.
Yeah, it was feeling a little rough for the Hawkeyes, and had that shot went in, it'd be entirely different, but it's much better than it was 6 minutes ago.
Well, November is Men's Health Awareness Month. Urinary and sexual health have a huge impact on quality of life. UI Healthcare offers confidential, compassionate care for men just like you. Schedule an appointment with a men's health specialist today. Visit uihc.org/urology to learn more. That's uihc.org/urology. Bud Light halftime show comes your way next. A lot of energy in the Knapp Center this afternoon. Drake 45, Hawkeyes 41. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
At Cenex, we're locally owned and operated, so your community is our community. That's why your Cenex goes far beyond the store. We fuel community connections by supporting local festivals, restoring town monuments, and renovating baseball fields. Now in its 4th year, we'll have contributed more than $400,000 to Cenex communities through our Hometown Pride initiative, because community connections make the places we live so special. Cenex, powered locally.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
You probably know that a natural gas leak smells like rotten eggs. But what does a gas leak look or sound like? If you hear a whooshing or hissing sound, see dirt, dust, or water spraying from an area, or you get dizzy or queasy, leave the area immediately, then call 1-800-595-5325 once you're safely away. See MidAmericanEnergy.com for more safety tips.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
All right, welcome back, Hawk fans. This is a barn burner so far, and we're only halfway through the game. Iowa at the Drake Knapp Center right now. Drake 45, Iowa 41, sitting at halftime. I'm going to take you through some of the stats so far. Iowa being led with Monica Sonato, 18 points on a 6 of 8 shooting from the field and 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Followed closely behind by Caitlin Clark with 16 points on 6 of 14 shooting from the field. Just a few other Hawkeyes helping score at the moment. Warnock with 3, 2 from O'Grady, and 2 from Stolke. For Drake, they have one player in double digits, sharing a lot of the score and wealth over here. Dennebier with 11, 8 from Bear, 8 from Berg, 8 from Meyer, 6 from Gildner, 2 from Becker, and 2 from Larns. Rebounds. Iowa is losing the rebounding war at the moment. 15 rebounds compared to 22 for Drake, being led by Monica Sonato with 4 rebounds. Assists, Iowa sharing the ball well with 10 assists already, 6 of those coming from Caitlin Clark. Steals, Iowa has 4 steals, 2 from Warnock. Drake already does have 10 turnovers. Iowa has capitalized by scoring 9 points off of those. Second chance points, Iowa has just 2 so far this game, so that is something that they're definitely going to focus on when they come back here in the second quarter. And when we come back, Rob's going to fill you in on what's going around the country with the scores for women's basketball. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. The Hotel Kirkwood, named the Corridor Business Journal's 2022 Best Banquet and Event Venue. And awarded the AAA 4 Diamond Award for lodging. To make reservations, visit thehotelatkirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111 for more information.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay, close your eyes and imagine.
Well, unless you're driving.
Yes, imagine you bought a scratch ticket from the Iowa Lottery.
Or someone gave you one.
Yes, right. And you scratch, and you've won.
One big.
Yes, in fact, there are 13 holiday games with big cash prizes. And if you don't win, play it again. You can still win up to $100,000 in the VIP club.
But you have to enter and see rules and complete details at ialottery.com/VIP.
Yes, thank you.
Running a business is a lot of work. Luckily, I've got a great partner.
Oh, I think you...
I meant U.S. Bank.
I knew that.
U.S. Bank Business Essentials is a huge help to us.
Totally. Their comprehensive point-of-sale system does it all. Tracks inventory, manages schedules, customizes orders.
Plus all the regular banking stuff.
If only it could make coffee.
Nah, that's your job.
From point of sale to quick loans, we have many ways to make your business boom. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
More of the halftime show brought to you by Bud Light. Bud Light proudly welcomes Hawkeye fans to Carver Hawkeye Arena this year. Bud Light is for the fans. Time for the U.S. Bank scoreboard update. Put your trust in a bank that's been focused on serving the people and businesses in Iowa and all across the country since 1863. That's U.S. Bank. Stop by your local branch or log on today. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. 5 finals in Big Ten women's basketball today. Full slate of games. Northwestern 63, Pennsylvania 55. Maryland over Fordham 83-76. Wisconsin, who lost to Kansas State on Friday night, defeats North Florida 77-54. And Purdue has defeated Murray State 90-61, Rutgers 87, NJIT 71. And a couple games at the half, Illinois 51, Alcorn State 25, Michigan State 46, Western Michigan 19. Ohio State at Boston College and Lehigh at Minnesota a little bit later on. Right here, it is Drake 45, Iowa 41. The Hawkeyes already back out on the court earlier than normal. There's still 6 minutes left to go until the second half. Bud Light halftime show continues after the break. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
The road to a championship is long and full of peril, not to mention snow. Best to drive a Honda. Athletic, all-wheel drive vehicles with nimble moves, power off the line, and gas mileage that's off the charts. Plus, every Honda comes standard with Honda sensing safety features because defense wins championships, and everybody loves the free safety. New Hondas are arriving daily at your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
At Cenex, we're locally owned and operated, so your community is our community. That's why your Cenex goes far beyond the store. We fuel community connections by supporting local festivals, restoring town monuments, and renovating baseball fields. Now in its 4th year, we'll have contributed more than $400,000 to Cenex communities through our Hometown Pride initiative, because community connections make the places we live so special. Cenex, powered locally.
45-41, Bulldogs over the Hawkeyes. Before we check the NFL scores, the early games coming down the stretch. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield. Appreciate everybody joining us on the Hawkeye Radio Network, the Varsity app, the YouTube channel, Iowa Hawkeye YouTube channel, or Sirius XM this afternoon. NFL Finals. The Panthers 25, the Falcons 15. Tampa Bay over Seattle 21-16. The Lions win at Soldier Field against the Bears 31-30. Dolphins 39, Browns 17. In the fourth quarter, it is the Titans 14, the Broncos 10, and the Bills have a 27-23 lead over Minnesota with 1:18 left to go. Giants 21, Texans 13, 2:30 left to go. And the Chiefs have defeated the Jaguars 27-17, and the Pittsburgh Steelers over the New Orleans Saints 20-10. Those mostly final from the noon kickoffs on this Week 10 of the NFL on Sunday afternoon. Well, Jamie, not going to be easy. We said
it's not.
At the During the pregame show, this is going to be a 4-quarter basketball game, and all indications are it's going to be.
It sure is. I do think that the first quarter was a lot of waves, a lot of high intensity. So I think the second quarter, it's going to be interesting. Is it going to continue that way? Is it going to steady out? Is Iowa going to pick it up? I do think their defensive intensity picked up in the second quarter. So we'll see if that continues.
Anybody's ball game. Drake 45, Iowa 41. Back with third quarter action after the break. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Time to redo this basement.
Yeah, a home gym, movie theater, model train utopia.
Or yoga studio?
I'm flexible-ish.
Great. I'll just use the U.S. Bank mobile app so we can plan it out.
Which way are you leaning? Setting a savings goal or applying for a home improvement loan?
I say we look at both options, right here in the app.
Budget for a really good home gym. We deserve it.
Noted.
Help for today, planning for tomorrow. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender member FDIC.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, the Jill Armstrong team, with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor, and Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. Contact the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty for all of your real estate needs. Call 319-631-5455.
The road to a championship is long and full of peril, not to mention snow. Best to drive a Honda. Athletic, all-wheel drive vehicles with nimble moves, power off the line, and gas mileage that's off the charts. Plus, every Honda comes standard with Honda sensing safety features because defense wins championships, and everybody loves the free safety. New Hondas are arriving daily at your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Drake with the opening possession, third quarter. Whips the ball to Megan Meyer on the left wing. Berg against Warnock, 8 to shoot. Here's Dennebeer. Turns the corner, and the layup is good. Boy, she knifes to the basket quickly. Has 13. Martin, left wing, now to Sonato, top of the key. Marshall on the right side, right in front of the Iowa bench. Inside, Sonato had it blocked from behind by Maggie Bear, who only played 5 minutes and 15 seconds in the first two quarters and had 8 points, but 2 fouls, and the Bulldogs throw it away. So they tried to get it inside to Grace Berg.
Berg is trying to post up McKenna Warnock for a high-low, but I would say Warnock's pretty accurate. She's getting in front, and that's the thing that caused the turnover.
Hawks working hard on defense. Martin gets it inside to Sonato, goes up strong against Bear, and Sonato with 20 points. 47-43, just underway, third quarter. Drake with the lead in the basketball. Meyer to Bear, inside Berg, up on the right side, and a foul will be called on the Hawkeyes, McKenna Warnock. Nobody has more than 1 foul for the Hawkeyes. That's McKenna's first.
So Iowa should, turn up the intensity. Get aggressive out there. Not to say everyone should start picking up all the fouls, but these refs are also letting everyone play because Drake's defense is pretty intense too, and they only have 18 fouls.
Free throw line, Berg scores. Gets the first one to go. Had 20 and 7 boards against Green Bay. Second one perfect. Grace Berg with 10. Hawks quickly down the court, down 49-43, and a charge.
Not a charge.
Will be called on Monica Sonato. But you wave off the foul. The baseline official called a foul
It was a flop, though, and I'm going to say that. It was a flop. Monica Sonano turns very well. She does not lean, and that player just tried to take a flop. Coach Bluder also called a flop.
Dinnebeer inside, but Sonano ended up just travel, so no foul. Three-pointer rolls around, no good. And the fight for the rebound. It's going to be a jump ball. Bear got down on the floor with Caitlin Clark. Possession arrow favors the Hawkeyes, down 49-43. So it's just a turnover is the official call. Last Iowa possession, not a foul on Sonano. And a whistle along the baseline. And it'll be ball possession for the Hawkeyes along the sideline. Warnock to Clark. Dribbles between her legs, gets into the paint. Shot is up and no good as she slid to the right side to avoid contact. Dinnebeer the rebound, hesitates, and then falls down, loses control of the ball. Fast break opportunity for the Hawks. Here's Clark all the way to the rim and has it blocked. Gildner the block, and then quickly down Drake, and a shot up by Bear, too strong off the window. Didn't hit the rim. Hawkeyes with the rebound. Clark gets it into Sonano, goes up, left hand, the finish against Maggie Bear. That's her third.
Oof. That was a lot of back and forth. Not the prettiest. Definitely some fouls on both sides. But good job by Iowa coming down and then resetting up, getting it into Monica Sonano for a high percentage shot to end that.
And Sonano with 22 at the free throw line to complete the three-point play. And this one gets it to go. Hit the front and the back of the iron. Sonano with 23. Hawks pull to within 3, 49-46. 7:25 left to go in the third. Bear with 3 fouls. Back on the bench for the Drake Bulldogs. Up and under move by Megan Meyer. Missed it, went after her own rebound, but stepped out of bounds along the baseline. Iowa basketball. McCauley back in for Drake. 5'11" guard out of Minnesota. Molly Davis for Martin. So the Hawks go with Marshall, Clark, and Davis. Warnock and Sonano. Clark into the paint at the elbow. Kicks it right side, Davis. Now to Sonano. Clark looks inside for Monica, holds the ball. Marshall does the same thing. Now to Davis. Warnock, cross court. Marshall for 3, drills it.
Wow. Used the full 30 seconds, moved the ball around, and the shot came.
And Gabby Marshall says, oh, finally, got a nice open look.
You just got to break down the defense. That was great ball movement, like that. Wow, so smart.
All the action on the left side of the floor. Marshall wide open on the right side. And we are tied at 49. Inside, Dinnebeer, left-handed layup is good. 15 for Katie Dinnebeer. 5'8" sophomore. Drake back up by 3.
Drake getting 2-3-D.
Here's Marshall. She'll fire another three-pointer and drills this one from the left side.
Give Marshall some space right now. She's going to shoot it. And right now she's going to hit it.
Clapping her hands on defense, Gabby Marshall. As Iowa leads by 1, 52-51. Inside. Anna Miller tried to make a move along the baseline. And the ball goes out of bounds over to the Hawkeyes.
I was looking right now. There's some subs coming in. I think they definitely have a height advantage with this new lineup. looking inside is obviously what they need to continue to do, but even with Warnock's going to have the height advantage. If she gets in there and post, they should move the ball around, look for some options.
Here's Warnock for three. A swish just left to the top of the key.
Why shoot a two?
Warnock.
But why shoot a two when you can shoot a three and hit it like that?
And timeout, Drake. Gabby Marshall drills 2 threes. McKenna Warnock with a three-pointer. And the Hawks go up by 4 at 55-51 with 5:33 left to go in the third.
Yeah, Iowa just went on a little bit of a run right there and definitely Drake on their heels a bit.
Molly's Cupcakes, proudly serving their cookies and treats inside Kinnick Stadium and also Carver Hawkeye Arena. For a taste of unique flavors you'll love, stop by their downtown Iowa City location for homemade cupcakes, cookies, cakes, bars, and coffee drinks. Molly's Cupcakes, a proud supporter of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Hawks start the quarter on fire. Now lead 55-51 with 5:33 left to go in the third. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
At Oakmall, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakmall.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
Running a business is a lot of work. Luckily, I've got a great partner.
Oh, I thank you.
I meant U.S. Bank.
I knew that.
U.S. Bank Business Essentials is a huge help to us.
Totally. Their comprehensive point-of-sale system does it all. Tracks inventory, manages schedules, customizes orders.
Plus all the regular banking stuff.
If only it could make coffee.
Nah, that's your job.
From point of sale to quick loans, we have many ways to make your business boom. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender member FDIC.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Handling all of your exterior needs from roofing, siding, windows, and gutters, they've got you covered. Providing free damage inspections and help filing insurance claims. Call 319-343-6376.
Hawkeyes with 34 points in the paint. They've outscored Drake in the third, 14-6 on a 12-2 run the last 3+ minutes. And Jamie, the biggest stat, I think, 4 out of the 5 last three-pointers shot in the hoop.
Yeah, and we've seen Iowa do this. This is kind of a thing they like to do, is that one person gets hot and then the other people jump on that back of the hot person and they start.
And credit Gabby Marshall.
Yes. But credit the offense for working the ball around. It was obviously a point of emphasis. Work the ball around and the shot will be there, and there it was.
Marshall's first 2 points, or 2-pointers, 3-pointers of the game. 2 for 2. There's Gray. Misfires on a 3-pointer from the top of the key. Iowa with the rebound. And Clark tried to get the ball inside to Sonato, and it's kicked out of bounds by the Bulldogs. So Iowa will have it right in front of its bench. Clark gets it into Sonato. Turns, shot is up and missed it off of Gray. Faded away that time. Here's Meyer, and she fumbles the ball out of bounds. Just gotten too much of a hurry trying to make a move along the baseline.
Yeah.
55-51. Hawkeyes with the lead in the basketball. 5 to go in the third. Top of the key, Sonato. Gets the ball to Marshall, fakes a three. Bulldogs come out and attack her. Now a deep three for Clark. Rimming no. Davis the offensive rebound. And a foul inside on the rebound.
A great rebound by Davis.
Just flashed in there and grabbed it.
And she flashed to the right spot, right? A lot of people will cut in and go too far on a three-point shot, but she knew to go to about the middle of the lane because that's more likely where a long rebound's going to go.
And Tayden Gray committed the foul, and that is her third. Timeout on the court. Today's game brought to you by Bud Light. Bud Light proudly welcomes back Hawkeye fans to Carver Hawkeye Arena this year. Bud Light is for the fans. And don't forget, Hawkeye fans throughout the season will start it up at the end of the month. Join head coach Lisa Bluder for Hawk Talk, presented by Oakdale at Bumps Restaurant. Hawk Talk with Coach Bluder and me take place weekly from 6 until 7. Visit HawkeyeSports.com for the full schedule. We invite everyone to come on out. 4:45 feels much better for the Hawkeyes now, but still a close game. 4:45 left in the third. Iowa by 4, 55-51. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
The road to a championship is long and full of peril, not to mention snow. Best to drive a Honda. Athletic, all-wheel drive vehicles with nimble moves, power off the line, and gas mileage that's off the charts. Plus, every Honda comes standard with Honda sensing safety features because defense wins championships, and everybody loves the free safety. New Hondas are arriving daily at your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
We all love a good win. Catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/IowansWin.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
You mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
Monica Sedano with 23 points and 18 at the half. Clark with 16. 3 made threes in the third quarter, 2 by Marshall, 1 by Warnock, that ignited the Hawkeyes of a 4-point lead and the basketball. Out of the timeout, Clark on the left wing. 7 to shoot. Warnock back to Marshall. Shot from the paint, no good. Missed it from 10, and Davis almost got the steal, and then let's see if she picks up a hustle foul going after the ball again. Just her first.
I like that intensity, though.
Oh, yeah.
She makes smart decisions on when she's going for it. Between her and Marshall, man, if they had to pick up and start doing some full court D, I feel pretty good.
Drake with the ball. Dinnerbeer. Now to Megan Meyer. Davis on her. And McKenna Warnock gets a hand on the ball and knocks it into the hands of Caitlin Clark. Really good D by the Hawks. Inside, Sedano shot up right, block, no good, a little bit strong. Bulldogs with the rebound, on the move. Meyer fakes a three, takes one dribble, fires a three, and knocks it down from the left wing. 11 for Megan Meyer. Former Hawkeye from Mason City. Clark inside, bounce pass, Sedano goes up strong, has it blocked. Davis crashes the boards and gets the rebound. Warnock for three, rolls it in.
She almost shot that like, I guess I'm wide open, why not?
And the defense was coming out on her quickly as she hit it from just left to the top of the key. And a whistle underneath.
And that's okay because Warnock is that's a good frustration foul, right? That means that she is definitely trying to be aggressive against Berg and frustrate her.
So that'll be 2 on Warnock. 58-54, Hawkeyes with the lead. Drake with the basketball. 3:15 third. Meyer, right wing, drills it. But a foul will be called on the Bulldogs for a moving screen. That'll be Anna Miller.
And they've had quite a few moving screens. Actually, a lot of them haven't been called, but they do a lot of screens on the outside, and then they roll. But they're doing it with the intention to hold the defender, and that is illegal, and they call that a lot more than they did back when I played.
The Hawkeyes defense has been much improved, especially protecting the rim. Davis tried to get a pass on the inside, and it goes out of bounds. Just a little miscommunication with Gabby Marshall, who was along the baseline.
And she did see that Marshall was wide under. I see why she wanted to throw it. It's not normally part of the offense, so it's a little of both.
Hawks still by 4. Drake with the ball. Addie O'Grady into the game. Meyer slips it outside. Three-pointer good by Gildner on the left wing. She has 3 threes for 9. Clark maneuvers into the paint. Shot blocked. O'Grady the rebound. Gets it to Molly Davis. Back to Caitlin Clark for 3. A little bit strong from the right. Long rebound. Meyer taken by the Bulldogs. Three-pointer wild shot by Berg. But loose ball dug up by Drake. Now a 3 in the air. This one no good by McCauley. And the ball goes out of bounds after it skipped off the right side of the rim. Iowa basketball, Hawks by 1. And Clark will get a breather with 2:15 left to go in the third. Warnock for O'Grady. So now we've got Warnock and Stolke, Clark, Davis, and Marshall. So no true 5 in the game.
5.
But nor does Drake. Here's Stolke in the paint. Takes one dribble, goes up strong, has it blocked, stays with it, and finishes it after getting her own offensive rebound. And there's that quick first step. And she is fouled and a chance for a 3-point play.
And that is tough. That is tough to get blocked and then stick with the play. And she did. And that's really impressive for anybody, but especially a freshman.
Anna Stolke out of Cedar Rapids, Washington, and missed the free throw. Gets her own rebound, goes up with the left hand, couldn't finish, and McCauley gets the weak side rebound. Marshall almost took it away from Megan Meyer, who crosses the timeline. Hawks by 3, we're under 2. Third quarter action from the Knapp Center. Megan Meyer left wide open, left wing, missed it. Warnock went up after the rebound, then had it knocked away by Berg. Iowa basketball.
And this is where you're really hoping, like, Iowa's, I would say, more of the seniors, the people that are coming back. You're thinking this is where they have that advantage, and you want them to start turning it on right now in the third quarter.
Clark back in. Baseline jumper, Warnock, no. Stolke goes hard after the rebound, as does Marshall, and then knocked it off of Gildner, and then went after it again, but just had a foot out of bounds. Good hustle again by Gabby Marshall.
Yes.
But Drake basketball. Hawks by 3. Dinnebeer back into the game, angles left side. Hands it off for Becker. Now Dinnebeer penetrates, tries to kick right side, and picked off by Molly Davis. Davis trying to get rid of the ball. Now it's dug up by Hannah Stolke, who gets it to Marshall. Three-pointer, rimming no. And Stolke hard on the glass again, goes up, but we've got a jump ball. Boy, is she working hard underneath. It'll be Drake basketball in the alternate possession.
I mean, these refs are not calling anything right now.
Well, so you got to react.
You do.
And just play tough.
I'm not saying it's not one-sided. They're just not calling a thing. So Iowa has to understand that and go with it. And be aggressive. Molly Davis has recognized it, and that's why she keeps getting, she's getting in there. She's getting those steals. Stolke is crashing for every board.
And Sonano back in the game for Warnock. We're under a minute, third quarter. Iowa 60, Drake 57, Bulldogs with the basketball. Gildner, top of the key. Slips it right side for Miller. And a whistle underneath, away from the ball. And this will go against the Hawkeyes. Stolke, her first. Ball possession for Drake. Hawks will get the ball back. 41 seconds left to go. Third quarter, 20 on the shot clock. Dinnebeer. Berg. Warnock back in for Stolke. Bounce pass inside. Dinnebeer gets free. Lays it up and in. She has 17. Hawks can hold for the final possession of the third quarter, up 1. Davis in between the circles. We're under 10. Uses a Sonano screen. Monica now gets the ball back, goes up off the window and finishes. Half-court shot, no good, short.
And good job by
Dinnebeer.
Clark on that, though, too. She recognized there was still 3 seconds left. She didn't get a foul because she just placed herself in between the basket and Dinnebeer. So actually, that was a really good job by her. Smart to understand the clock was still running.
So 3 quarters have been played from the Knapp Center. Iowa 62 and Drake 59. Just what we expected. Drake led at the half 45-41. So a really good third quarter by the Hawks. Well, what's going to happen in the final 10? Well, 10 minutes at least. Iowa and Drake. 62-59 Hawks. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
At Mid-American Energy, we want to help keep you safe around power lines and electrical equipment. Always assume a power line is energized, even if it's on the ground. To avoid the risk of an accidental shock or electrocution, avoid touching a power line with anything. And when you see high voltage warnings on transformers and substations, stay away. We care about you and your safety. Get more tips at midamericanenergy.com.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
At Cenex, we're locally owned and operated, so your community is our community. That's why your Cenex goes far beyond the store. We fuel community connections by supporting local festivals, restoring town monuments, and renovating baseball fields. Now in its 4th year, we'll have contributed more than $400,000 to Cenex communities through our Hometown Pride initiative, because community connections make the places we live so special. Cenex, powered locally.
The road to a championship is long and full of peril, not to mention snow. Best to drive a Honda. Athletic, all-wheel drive vehicles with nimble moves, power off the line, and gas mileage that's off the charts. Plus, every Honda comes standard with Honda sensing safety features because defense wins championships, and everybody loves the free safety. New Hondas are arriving daily at your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Hawkeyes 8 out of 22 from the floor in the third quarter, but 4 out of 7 from three-point range, and just 1 out of 2 from the free throw line. To your point, Jamie, where referees are letting this game just be played out, pretty physical underneath. Just 18 total free throws have been shot.
Yeah, they were doing it for a little bit underneath, but they've really stepped back in that third quarter, and so Iowa just needs to recognize it. And then if they should start calling fouls in the fourth, reflect upon it in your defense. Don't get all the fouls. Just play smart, and do understand you don't let the refs control the game, but you have to understand what they're calling and go along with it. I don't know about you, but I have a little bit of adrenaline going over here.
This feels like a tournament type atmosphere. I mean, a tough Big Ten road game.
It also could just be that I ate some quite a bit of candy over here. So I don't know. I think it's adrenaline though.
A little dual effect.
It's either sugar, sugar.
Iowa has the first possession of the fourth quarter, 62-59. Outscored Drake in the third, 21-14. Clark did not score in the third, and now a hold will be called on Dinnebeer. Or will they get a
Becker, maybe?
foul away from the ball?
Yeah, I think it was on Becker.
Okay, Courtney Becker, her first. Clark throws it in along the baseline to Warnock. Caitlin gets it back. Brings it out high on the right side to Warnock in the corner. 3, no. Sonato, weak side rebound. Kicks it back out to Caitlin. Deep three-pointer, rimming no. But another long rebound, Sonato. Gets it to Molly Davis. Getting a lot of playing time here. She'll fire from 17. Short. Drake digs up the ball. Dinnebeer down court. And Clark with a block, but a foul will be called as Courtney Becker rose for a layup.
For some refs that are letting people play, that looked pretty clean to me, but that's all right. That's where you got to reflect, and Clark has some fouls to give, so she's okay.
That's her second. Free throw good for Courtney Becker. She has 3. Second one long, and Davis goes after the rebound and has it batted away by Becker. Dinnebeer finds a lane down the right side and is fouled and will shoot a pair. Three on Warnock. Hawks by 2, 62-60, just underway in the fourth quarter. In business, Mid-American Energy can help you save energy and add to your bottom line. Visit midamericanenergy.com to learn more. First free throw good. Dinnebeer with 18. Second one, got it. Kate Martin for Warnock. So Clark, Davis, Martin, Sonato, Marshall.
Right now, Iowa just has to recognize who's in your court, who are the people that we're wanting to shoot right now. Everyone can shoot, but who do you want to shoot?
We're tied at 62. Clark along the baseline. Tried to get it to Sonato. Stolen away by Dinnebeer. She has been everywhere. Left-handed layup, no. But Drake gets the rebound. Meyer for 3. That's an air ball and goes out of bounds to the Hawkeyes. Katie Dinnebeer has, wow, offensively and defensively been the MVP for Drake so far. Tied at 62, Iowa with the ball. Clark rises for 3, got it. Top of the key 3 for Caitlin Clark. Her first point since the second quarter.
Been waiting for that, right? Each time she shot it, she's looked good. It wasn't going.
Becker inside, turns toward the baseline and is fouled by Kate Martin.
So this is where Iowa needs to have a conversation. Okay, they're calling a lot more again. Be smart, because they're already at 3 fouls for the quarter. 2 more, and that's going to be free throws on every single foul.
And both teams are very good free throw shooting teams historically. Free throw good by Becker. Trying to pull the Bulldogs to within 1, and she does. So Becker 5. That now 6 off the bench for Drake. 5 off the bench for the Bulldogs. Hawks by 1. Clark, right wing, drives, shot, short. Whistle and a foul on the Bulldogs. McCauley charged with the block, her second. Clark at the free throw line. First free throw, splashes it home. 20 for Caitlin Clark. And 26 against the Purple Aces on Thursday. Second one, rimming no. Drake with the rebound. Dinnebeer across the timeline, angles left. Uses a screen, gets into the paint. Now kicks it left side to Bear, who has 3 fouls. He's played very little. She has the ball and tries to get a pass inside, which she does to McCauley. And a push on Iowa. That'll be 3 on Clark.
Now the next foul will result in free throws.
4 team fouls on the Hawkeyes. And we got 7:55 left to go in the fourth quarter. Bounce pass inside off the inbounds play. Berg missed the left-handed layup. Here is Clark in transition. Drops it off for Sonano, and she is hacked from behind on the left arm by McCauley.
So these refs have decided to start calling a lot more fouls, and for that, Iowa needs to recognize it and change it up on their defense, but also capitalize it on the offensive side.
Sonano has the first free throw spin out. Not her first miss from the line today?
It is her second miss.
Second. This also no good. Martin goes after the rebound and knocks it off of Berg. Iowa basketball. Now the Hawks are shooting free throws right into the student section for Drake. And the band making some noise. So Iowa will have it along the baseline, up 2. Clark looks, gets it inside to O'Grady. Right side to Davis. O'Grady reposts. Now back to Davis. Up and under. Move off the window.
Oh, that was so.
How did she get that one to go?
She looked good shooting it. You could tell she knew it was going in.
Oh, we've seen that move before. And Drake right back. Berg, a right-handed layup. That's Molly Davis's first basket. But then Drake answers, and it's 68-66 Hawkeyes. Davis, free throw line extended right. Looks inside. Now Clark, top of the key. Uses a Marshall screen. Now calling for O'Grady to screen. Frees up Clark, drives to the hoop. Shot no. O'Grady goes after the rebound, knocks it out of bounds. Drake basketball. Clark looking for a foul. Not this afternoon. Drake can tie with a 2. 3 would give the Bulldogs an advantage. Inside, up and under move. The finish by Berg. Foul on Kate Martin. Berg with 14. Warnock up off the Iowa bench. And will come in for Kate Martin. We're tied at 68, 6 and 46 left to go in the fourth. Sonano for O'Grady.
And with how much Berg is wanting to post up, it makes sense to have Warnock in there defending her, because that's what she's going for. And Warnock is just a better matchup in the post area.
Yeah, she made a really nice fake toward the middle of the paint, came back to the right side and finished it, and also knocked down the free throw. Berg with 15, Drake by 1. Clark in between the circles. Angles right side, lob pass in. Sonano, nice catch. She's double teamed, goes up strong and finishes over the front of the rim. Sonano with 27.
She's so good. That was such an amazing finish.
All-American type of move right there. Hawks by 1. 6:15 left to go in regulation. Here's Meyer. Tried to get a pass inside, almost stolen away by Warnock. Now we're going to have a jump ball as Berg is tied up by Marshall. And the ball will stay with Drake. Anna Miller back for the Bulldogs. Dinnebeer will sit down along with Maggie Bear. Drake gets it in, and it's knocked away by Warnock. Off the steal, she drives in, left-handed layup is good. Took it all the way to the rim. The steal and the 2.
I love the finish. She took it in and so strong. It wasn't that she was going so much for speed. She was being really accurate and going for the score itself.
And kept the ball away from the defender. Hawks by 3. Drake with the basketball. Meyer sends it inside to Bear. Goes up. And a foul underneath on Iowa. That's 4 on Clark.
That was on Clark?
Stalky in for Warnock.
The funny thing is, I thought it was on Warnock, and even actually the scorers table thought it was on Warnock.
It would have been her fourth too.
And I know, and it was just funny because they had put it on Warnock and then flipped it when they actually found out the numbers they gave.
And now the two officials having a conversation, maybe just on what we've been talking about, whether it was Clark,
I don't think Clark was
or
there.
Warnock.
Clark wasn't even there. I'm telling you. So now they need to review it, I'm guessing, to see who the actual person was.
Now they'll have to take a look.
I mean, but that's something that shouldn't happen, by the way. I'm just going to say it. It shouldn't happen because you should know, if you're calling a foul, you should know who the foul should be placed on. And those two don't look anything alike. I'd understand if they maybe were two tall brown.
They all have different numbers.
They do all have different.
All you have to do is look at the jersey, right?
All right, I'm done. I'm done being frustrated about that. But those things bother me because it's a big difference if it's on Clark or Warnock.
So right now, it would be Clark's fourth as the review takes place at the scorers table. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. The Homewood Suites and the Home to Suites by Hilton each offer guests spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, pool, hot tub, guest laundry, and convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. So now one of the officials over to have the conversation. So it's going to go against McKenna Warnock.
Yep.
Unfortunately for her, that's her fourth.
It is. I don't want either one out, but I do think for...
I'll just get it right.
Yes. Just get it right. Yeah, right.
I mean, if it's on, who it's on, make the call and get it right. 72-69 with 5:43 left to go. Hawks over the Bulldogs. The holiday season is approaching fast. Visit your local Iowa lottery retailer for some holiday scratch tickets today. And then enter your non-winners in the VIP club for a chance to win big cash prizes up to $100,000. Visit ialottery.com for details. Hawkeyes just under 43% shooting for the game, 27 of 63, 8 of 23 from 3, 34.8%, and 10 of 16 from the free throw line.
Right.
Did not shoot free throws well Thursday against Evansville.
Nope.
Just 21 of 32. Got there a lot.
Yeah, they did get there a lot.
Points in the paint. Dominated.
So Warnock will be it. They took Warnock out. I'm sure they give her a couple minutes. Stolke's in.
Points in the paint. Iowa 38, Drake 40. Both teams have scored 10 points in the fourth quarter. Grace Berg at the free throw line after the Warnock foul makes the first. She has 16 at 8 at intermission. Second one, good. Hawks by 1, 72-71, 5:40 left to go. Molly Davis has played a lot here in the third and fourth quarters. Hawks have gone to a 3-guard lineup. Davis on the left wing, fakes. Gets to the top of the key, Hannah Stalky. Now to Clark for 3, left wing, no good off the back of the bracket. Rebound by Miller. To Meyer. Drake can take the lead. Bulldogs moving the ball around the outer arc, looking inside, and then Clark goes after the steal. And that's going to be her fourth. So we'll see what Lisa Bluder wants to do with 5:05 left to go. And back to the line are the Drake Bulldogs. Courtney Becker
They'll probably take her out, I would guess, until the next break, because there will be a media coming up after 5 minutes.
First free throw long. Second one in the air, short. And nice box out by Stolke. She gets the rebound. Hawks by 1 with the basketball. 5 minutes to go in the fourth. Sonato posting strong. Marshall peers in there. Now Sonato comes out. Marshall fakes a 3 and a kick of the basketball by Becker as Marshall tried to get a bounce pass inside. Martin comes in for Caitlin Clark.
Maybe they already used that media because they're not going to timeout.
Davis to Kate Martin. Now Davis whips a pass into Sonato. Up and under move, left hand, gets it to go. A huge basket for Monica Sonato. She has 29.
And Stolke crashed in, which actually took away one of the defenders.
Hawks by 3. Drake with the basketball. 4:20 left to go. Still plenty of time. Backdoor cut, and it's stolen away. Hawks defended that one nicely with Gabby Marshall. Marshall on the right wing, looks inside. Bounce pass, Sonato. Now back outside to Davis. Scoop shot is up and no good. Blocked away. Went after Anna Miller. Miller did a nice job defensively. Berg
Great
crashes
defense.
in underneath. Sonato then knocked it away, but regained by the Bulldogs. Hawks by 3, we're under 4. Clark on the bench with 4, as is Warnock, and the shot is up off the drive by Berg, and Hannah Stolke will pick up her second. Meyer and Maggie Bear back in for Drake. And Grace Berg back at the free throw line.
Grace Berg at the line for the Bulldogs, shooting 2.
Her first is good. Bounced on the rim a couple of times. Grace Berg with 18. Second one rattles around, no good. And Sonato digs up the rebound. Hawks by 2 with the basketball. 3:40 left to go in regulation. Molly Davis to Kate Martin on the right wing. Takes one dribble and then a hold will be called on Gildner against Kate Martin. And here comes Clark for Davis.
And with 3 minutes to go, Clark can just play basically normal. On the defensive end, yes, no reaching or anything like that, but play normal.
Inside, Sonato, great position and just couldn't get it to go. Offensive rebound, Stolke, no. Offensive board, Sonato, yes.
Oh, I love that beast. The 2 in there is so powerful.
Just worked so hard, both of them, to keep that ball alive. Hawks by 4, 3:10 to play. Dinnebeer to Gildner. Meyer in between the circles. Let's go Hawks chant comes alive inside the net center. Gildner, left side. Wanted a 3. Gives it off to Bear. Drives baseline. Shot good with the right hand on the left side. Nice drive. 76-74. Hawks with the lead in the basketball. 2:40 left to go. Now the Bulldog fans answer. Clark fires a 3.
Oh,
got it just left to the top of the key.
Ice in the veins.
Came off a screen and drilled it. Just left to the top of the key. 79-74. A huge basket. Meyer to Bear, top of the key. Pass inside. Dinnebeer goes up. And double clutched. Gabby Marshall will be called for the foul. But boy, she just looked like she stood her ground.
But Marshall, prior to that, did a great job defending her. She was denying her because they can tell that that's a lot of, I would say, emotional and actually adds a lot to their team. So they're trying to deny Denevere right now.
And she's at the line. First one, no good, off the left side of the rim.
So get ready, because now it's getting into that 2-minute time period where they might start to foul or they might call more timeouts. And so they're going to do a little bit more that they might change up.
And box out here. Free throw good. Denevere with 20. 79-75. Hawkeyes on top with 2:02 left to go. Stokey, top of the key, and had the ball denied, but a foul on Bird.
So things like that, where they're going to go for those steals and be more aggressive, where they might pick up the fouls. Iowa just has to make sure they meet the passes.
Well, Hannah Stolke has struggled from the free throw line, so if you're Drake, maybe not a bad foul.
I mean, everybody struggled today, so maybe that means it's going to be her day on.
Let's hope so. Hannah Stolke, the freshman. First one, got it, perfect. Boy, great minutes. The freshman from Cedar Rapids, Washington. Second one, a little bit strong. Sonano tipped it out of bounds along the baseline. Drake basketball.
A great crash by Sonano to get in there, because then that makes it a possession now where they can get back, get set up in their defense.
1:57 left to go. Hawks by 5. Boy, deny the three here. Denevere all the way to the rim. Easy left-handed layup. Hawks didn't make Drake work on that possession. Iowa by 3. Sonano gets the ball inside. Back to Stolke. Goes up strong. Couldn't finish. Tapped around. Dug up by Drake. Foul on Iowa against Maggie Bear.
And although that's the crash you want people being aggressive, you just right now, that sends them to the free throw line. So those are the fouls you don't want to commit on your half of the court. But that's a learning moment for Stolke on that.
And that'll be 3 on her. Warnock back in for Hannah Stolke. And Maggie Bear at the free throw line.
And again, Iowa's the one with the lead right now.
But only by 3.
By 3, yes. Yet it is the lead.
First free throw good. Bear in foul trouble most of the day. Second free throw no good. Hawks do a good job to box out, get the rebound. Up 3. The 2-point game now, 80-78 after 1 out of 2 at the free throw line. Inside, Sonano turns toward the baseline and is fouled. Good quick move.
And going into Sonano, I think every single time is fine.
Meyer commits the foul on the help. And now the Hawks doing some situational substitution.
Really smart. Stolke's doing great on defense. I think she's fine to keep in on the defensive end, but I also see the advantage to Warnock being in on the offense, because she is a veteran and she is capable of shooting great three-pointers at tense times.
And since she has 4 fouls.
Oof, Iowa's free throws, man.
This one skips off the left side of the rim by Monica Sonano, who has 31. Monica ready. Second one, short.
Oh, gosh.
Empty possession for the Hawks. Drake can tie with a 2, take the lead with a 3. Denevere, top of the key. Kicks it back to Bear. Drives right side, layup good.
There's just no help side defense at all.
Under a minute, tied at 80. Inside, Sonano strong to the rim and finishes. A quick hoop for Monica Sonano, who has 33. Timeout.
And Coach Bluder will take the timeout on that. Smart decision, though. I think Coach Bluder knows that, right? But still, there's going to be 2 possessions most likely left in this game. But Drake's probably going to come out and try to put one up quick, right? Because they want another opportunity should they lose or miss.
Well, the key thing is Iowa defensively has to make them work.
They do need to make them work.
Not an easy layup.
Not an easy layup, not an open three. But it doesn't mean you have to foul. So that's the mentality you go into this.
I would go further and say no threes. Just really deny
and allow
that arc.
They might come out into like a 2-3. Who knows? And they know how to play defense on the on a three-pointer in a 2-3 possession, but that sets someone up in the middle. So there's those conversations that could be happening. We'll see how they set up.
So 49.1 left to go. Hawks by 2 at 82-80. Sedano's career high is 38. Has 33 in this one. Dinnebeer across the timeline. Left side, Bear. Stalky out on her. Now Bear gets it back. Right side, Gildner. Here's Megan Meyer. 9 to shoot. Dinnebeer.
Wow.
Top of the key. Hustles down the left side of the lane. Split 2 defenders. Layup good. And timeout Iowa. Tied at 82.
Iowa has 24 seconds. It's a tied game, so Iowa has all the power right now with this last possession.
They can hold for the final shot. With 23.9 left to go, we're tied at 82.
I think there was good defense on that last possession. I'm not going to say.
Well, Dinnebeer's done a terrific job getting to the rim. And this is going to be a full timeout. So we'll take a break with 23.9 left to go. Iowa and Drake tied at 82. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
At Oakmall, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakmall.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
Tied at 82, Iowa and Drake with 23.9 left to go. Hawkeyes will have the basketball. So a couple things come to mind here, Jamie. One, good passes.
Good passes, meet your passes. But be smart, that's it. They know how to play, but just make sure you're playing your best version right now in these next 24 seconds.
Warnock receives the pass from Martin. Now back to Clark. Dinnebeer comes out on her, and Caitlin will hold it. Out near the timeline. Hawks will go at about 9, and here we are. Right side, Kate Martin. Now in the corner to Marshall. Looks, goes up with a shot, rimming no. Sedano the rebound, put back, blocked. We're going to overtime.
Lost her footing. They were looking for Sedano.
And got back up, and she did get the ball back, but certainly I don't think even if she got that shot up cleanly would have been in time.
No, probably not. But I want to say that was a good job by Marshall creating. She created something. She got a decent shot off. So I think that was still a good decision.
So we'll head to a 5-minute overtime period, tied at 82. First overtime game in the series since Drake beat the Hawkeyes 75-72 in Iowa City back in 2001.
Yeah, I would like to say I remember that game, but I don't.
Good answer. Well, before this first overtime, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball. Well, Jamie, we talked about this being a 4-quarter game.
We were wrong.
We're going to head on down the road a little further.
We were one off. Well, hopefully only one off.
This kind of had overtime written all over it.
It did.
From the get-go.
You're almost okay with it, though, because, the alternative at the beginning was that Iowa was going to come out in the losing end of 4 quarters. And then they figured it out, and they've gotten back to here. And so I feel like this is almost like a clean slate for Iowa.
Hawks are in some foul difficulty, though.
They are.
4 fouls on Warnock and 4 on Clark. Sonato and Bear, center jump circle. Ball in the air, tap one by Drake. Hawks will start on defense. Lob pass inside to Bear, turn around, and she tried to go up and double dribbled before she could thought about shooting and then also thought about passing.
Yep, a lot of thinking happened, too much.
But good news for the Hawkeyes, they have the basketball. Clark, left side, gets all the way to the rim. Shot up off the window against Dinnebeer.
Yes!
And here's a steal by Gabby
Love
Marshall.
it. And I like the decision. She looked for it, thought about driving in, and she's like, nope, let's just bring it out.
Boy, she just finds a way to come up with that basketball in clutch situations. Here's Clark. Hands it off to Sonato on the give and go. Lays it up and in off the window.
Hold the defense, make the drop pass.
35 for Sonato. Hawks score the first 4 points in the overtime, and Drake turns it over trying to get the ball inside.
In Iowa, this is where, okay, last few possessions are good. Let's use the clock, make sure we work our offense, and let's take a great shot this next one.
Boy, you'd love to see that fast start in overtime. First overtime, Hawks by 4. Clark at the top of the key. Wheels, pulls up from 13. Air ball. Martin goes after the rebound. And even with that mask, gets hit in the nose. Drake basketball. Left wide open is Berg for 3 long. There's Dinnebeer flying in for the rebound. Gets in the paint and then kicks it left side for 3. No good, Bear. It rimmed out, and Warnock comes down with the rebound. Kate Martin took a shot in the nose, but she's staying in there for now. Here's Warnock, free throw line extended right. Lob pass into Sonato. Couldn't handle it, and out of bounds. Not a great pass.
No, not a great pass.
Boy, those are crucial possessions for the Hawkeyes, too. Up 4. And a chance to go up 6 or 8. Turned it over the last 2 times. 3:15 left to go in the first overtime period. Hawks by 4. Drake with the basketball. Dinnebeer gets free, will fire 4-3, short. Marshall working exceptionally hard on defense. Molly Davis into the game with the rebound. Hawks will slow the pace. Davis to Clark on the right wing. Kicks it back out to Warnock. Now Davis left side. Clark top of the key. Dinnebeer comes out on her. Asks for a screen. Sonato gives it. Clark freed up now. Looks inside. Sonato gets it. And a foul will be called on Drake before the shot in the paint.
And great posting up. And it's okay that Iowa used the entire 30 seconds because they're the one with the 4-point lead. So that's great. Use the full 30.
Yeah, no hurry. Maggie Bear picks up her 4th. She'll sit down.
And so the way overtime works, everybody goes to the free throw line because they're both at 5. They don't reset it in overtime. So now any foul is a free throw.
Sonato at the line. First one, short.
I'm not going to tell you what her free throw shooting is today.
And she's a very good free throw shooter.
She is.
Second one, got it. Sonato with 36. More importantly, the Hawks up 5 with 2:30 left to go in the first overtime. Dinnebeer all the way to the rim. Left-hand shot. No good off the right side of the rim. Sonano the rebound.
Finally, some weak side help from Monica Sonano, and that was huge because Dinnebeer didn't know what to do.
Clark will walk the ball across the timeline. Right side, Warnock makes a move along the baseline. Kicks it back out to Martin. Whips it to Marshall. Now to Clark. Here comes Sonano. Top of the key screen. Step back jumper. Clark rimming no. Rebound taken down by McCauley for Drake. Hawks by 5. We're under 2. Becker, left wing. Crossover dribble to the rim. And that'll be the 5th foul on McKenna Warnock. So Warnock will sit down with 11. Stalkey back in the contest.
The Stalkey's had great minutes, so you're not going to be mad that she's in right now.
And Davis for Kate Martin. Free throw, too strong. All of a sudden, Drake struggling from the free throw line as well. I think maybe fatigue, part of it. Second one good. Becker with 6, 87-83. Hawkeyes, 1:40 left to go, first overtime. Clark on the right wing. Iowa with the basketball. Certainly in no hurry as Caitlin pulls it out near midcourt. 12 to shoot, so the Hawks have time. When Marshall setting up on the left wing, wide open, deep in the corner. Can Clark find her? Whips it into the corner. Marshall, step back 3. That's an air ball. Had to take a dribble and went up with the shot. Shot clock violation. Drake basketball with 1:13 left to go.
So a 4-point game, which is a 2-possession game. So Iowa, again, just be smart out here. Really don't want a 3, though, but also don't want to foul on any 3s. Allow for 3-point plays.
Dinnebeer. And here is a 3-pointer that is up and no good by Gildner. Weak side rebound, Kate Martin.
Now you want to slow it down.
We're under a minute. 87-83 Iowa.
Use the full 30.
Martin, free throw line extended left.
Use the 30.
Now to Clark. She'll fire a 3 in and out.
Board.
And Sonano, the offensive rebound. The Hawks pull it back out.
They're going to come and foul.
Meyer against Clark, and Meyer ties up Caitlin Clark. Had no choice. Huge board for Monica Sonano.
Yeah.
2 away from a career high, points-wise.
And normally she brings the ball down even a little bit. I like that she kept it up high, so you were going to see any slaps or anything like that were going to come after her.
Quickly look to get it out. Clark buries the first free throw.
And yeah, that's huge. If she can hit this next one, that's even bigger because now we're 6. That's 2 3-pointers in order to even get them to tie.
Second one, no good. Rattles out. Martin went after it, but Drake came up with it with Berg. Timeout, Bulldogs.
I mean, I'll still take a 5-point lead, though.
30-second timeout, Drake. When corn grows fuel, Iowans win. Ethanol is a renewable fuel that's better for our environment, our health, and our wallets. Share your winning moments using hashtag IowansWin. Plus, you'll be eligible for some fun, corny giveaways.
Oh, love it.
Hawkeye women's basketball brought to you by U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless company, an official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Join the national network built by locals for locals. 88-83. Hawks over the Bulldogs with 34.7 left to go. First overtime.
this is, I don't know. It's a lot. I wasn't ready for an overtime game today. I'm sure that they all were, so that's the good news, but you're not usually thinking your third game out is going to be a game that goes to OT, but here Iowa is.
And with this type of atmosphere.
Yeah. What a great atmosphere.
54th time that Iowa and Drake have met. Hawks lead the series by 3, 28-25. And Iowa's won 9 of the last 10. Lisa Bluder trying to get her record against Drake to 19-3.
And Iowa's still chatting away in there. And there's a lot you're going to discuss at this point because there's 35 seconds to go in there, and you have a 5-point lead. But she's going to talk about, hey, I got a timeout. If you need it, use it, right? If that's going to save a ball possession, that's the thing. She's going to talk about all those pieces just to reiterate things that they've already talked about in practice. Just remind them, here's what happens in this scenario.
And if you're Iowa, look out for a quick three. You got Megan Meyer in there. You got Dinnebeer.
Get your hands up. You deny the ones you really don't want, and then if somebody does get it, then you make sure and put those hands up, but that's it. That's all you can do at that point.
Grace Berg will throw it in along the sideline.
And so the fun thing is Berg taking it out lets you know that there's a good chance this could be a play where they're going to kick it back out to her, too, once it goes in. Oh!
And almost stolen away by Kate Martin. Got a hand on it, knocked it out of bounds. Good ball pressure by Kate Martin.
Love it.
They get it into Dinnebeer. Dribbles through some traffic. Pulls up her dribble on the right side. And now a three-pointer is good by Gildner. Timeout. 30-second timeout. Taken.
So Drake's down by 2. They're going to come out and they're going to foul right away.
Still 25.9 left.
So Iowa just needs to make sure they inbound the ball well. They're going to they might go into a full court defense, but that's something that they would have had to practice already and be ready for. So it's kind of a crapshoot on how they're going to play. But do know when the ball gets inbounded, they are going to foul. So that's Iowa's goal, is to get the ball inbounded into whoever's hands you want it to get into. Probably Clark's, even with the miss on the free throw. She's somebody you're still going to want to go to the line. She's just 4 of 7 today, but that's not somebody that you're going to take that away.
Is that 13 of 24 for the game?
It sure is.
For the Hawkeyes?
Yeah.
From the free throw line.
Yes.
Team that led the country in free throw shooting last year. Davis looks, gets it into Clark. Now back to Molly Davis, and she's fouled by Megan Meyer.
Got 3 seconds off the clock.
That'll be her 4th. And that will send Molly Davis to the free throw line. Transfer from Central Michigan. Fires it up, short.
Just got to get one.
Davis's second, got it. 1 out of 2 for Molly Davis.
The reason you wanted her to get at least one is then now the 2-point goal is taken out of play for Drake. Sure, they can shoot it, but they're going to be going for a 3, so now Iowa knows their game plan a little bit better.
Well, there's still 23.2 left. Iowa by 3 at 89-86.
With Iowa's free throw shooting, I mean, maybe
you could get a quick 2, and there's still plenty of time to try to get a steal or a foul.
I think they'll still go for the 3-point shot, though.
And then maybe off the rebound, maybe lay it back up and in.
Say it. You want a quick 3, but if you get a rebound, put it up.
But if you come out empty.
I think Iowa's going to probably put on some pressure, but they might not. We'll see where they set up. Oh, Drake will take it in the half-court set.
So Iowa 89, Drake 86, 23.2 left to go. First overtime. Bulldogs will have it along the sideline. Clark on the ball against Gildner. They get it in. And Megan Meyer, a three-pointer. No good from the left wing. Fight for the rebound underneath. Tie-up situation. Possession arrow, Hawkeyes.
Nice.
And Iowa will take a timeout.
And that got them down to 16 seconds. So Iowa's going to get the ball down on their end.
So they'll advance it after the timeout.
Look to inbound it. And then really they're looking to make just one free throw. That's your goal. Well, goal is two, but really you need
get
one.
Get the ball in and at least make this a two-possession game with 16 seconds left to go. Hawkeyes are off until next Thursday night at Kansas State. That is an 8 o'clock tip. It's a men's, women's doubleheader.
They're really
over
pushing
in
our
Manhattan.
bedtime issues here, aren't they? Maybe they don't know our ages. Maybe we should be like, hello, do you know our combined ages?
That's right. Now you can handle it. Hey, at least it's not 8:30.
It's true, it's not 8:30. It's actually a little bit better, but.
Or 9 o'clock.
I'm going to need a break after this game today. So Iowa.
We get one.
Okay, so Iowa with that three-point lead. Coming back out.
Up 3.
I really trust Molly Davis throwing the ball in. I do enjoy her being I think her and Kate Martin, I have full confidence when they're the inbounders.
She's played a lot of Division I basketball. 3-year starter.
You can tell she's a smart player, though. You can tell that she's smart, she's calculated.
Can handle herself. They look for Clark and almost taken away, and Caitlin gathered it. She was double teamed, and Davis kind of flipped it to her. Not much space between the two players, and Caitlin did a good job to secure that ball.
Great job. She saved that possession, actually. And I do actually kind of like that someone just pushed Caitlin, and because I have a feeling that that's something that spurs her to try to hit both of them, though.
Clark at the line. Perfect on the first. Clark with 27. Takes a deep breath. Second one in the air. Got it. 91-86. Token pressure by the Hawkeyes. 10 seconds. Meyer in the lane, trying to scoop shot, and right into the hands of Molly Davis. And the Hawks are going to win it. A foul at midcourt on Drake against Davis.
I really enjoy Davis. I mean, I enjoy her as a player, and I've only got to see her in, what is this, our fourth game? Third of the full
remember,
season?
she played against Iowa in the NCAA tournament.
I enjoy her.
During the pandemic year.
I really, really enjoy her.
Just so poised.
She is poised. She's not a lot of flair, but she's got a lot.
Free throw, got it. Molly Davis with 4 and has played a lot of minutes in the third and fourth and overtime.
And I agree with that decision.
In and out, and timeout Drake with 2.9. So 1 out of 2 for Davis. 92-86 Iowa.
So this is just a token D situation. Iowa's going to try to have them bring it in, and then you just won't foul. When they go to shoot it, you make sure you're not touching them, but you're going to try to make them get the 3 seconds off the clock. That's it.
Yeah, let them go. Then all you do is got to get the ball in bounds.
All right. I think this is the first time I've taken a normal breath the whole game.
This has been a fun game.
This has. We knew it was going to be a good game, right? And it went beyond emotion, though, today. I think that this was 2 competitive teams, very competitive teams. Drake shot almost 50% from the field, almost 50%, so they shot well today. Neither team shot well from three-point line. Iowa with 33%, but I wouldn't say that's well. I think that's okay, right? That's where I think Iowa's probably that stat where 33 is okay.
Yeah, you want to see something in between 35 and 40. So Drake will have it along the side. Iowa up 92-86.
Iowa's just in a zone.
And Meyer will fire a 3 at the buzzer off the right side of the rim, and the Hawkeyes win. Took 5 extra minutes.
But 5 great minutes. 5 minutes of more fun and more stress in our lives, but more fun is the more important part there.
So the Hawks move to 3-0. Drake falls to 1-1. 92-86. The Hawks over the Bulldogs. And Jamie, that was a key thing to come out strong and score the first 4 points to the overtime.
That made it, didn't it? It made it. It didn't really even set a tone so much as it gave Iowa an immediate cushion. They had an immediate pillow that would allow them to play a little bit differently, and that's the big part.
So one down for the in-state rivals, which is going to be quite a series this year. So Lisa Bluder and the Iowa Hawkeyes win it in overtime against Drake, 92-86. Stay tuned. The post-game show comes your way next. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. The Hotel Kirkwood, named the Corridor Business Journal's 2022 Best Banquet and Event Venue. And awarded the AAA 4-Diamond Award for lodging. To make reservations, visit thehotelatkirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111 for more information.
The road to a championship is long and full of peril, not to mention snow. Best to drive a Honda. Athletic, all-wheel drive vehicles with nimble moves, power off the line, and gas mileage that's off the charts. Plus, every Honda comes standard with Honda sensing safety features because defense wins championships, and everybody loves the free safety. New Hondas are arriving daily at your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Okay, close your eyes and imagine.
Well, unless you're driving.
Yes, imagine you bought a scratch ticket from the Iowa Lottery.
Or someone gave you one.
Yes, right. And you scratch, and you've won.
Won big.
Yes, in fact, there are 13 holiday games with big cash prizes. And if you don't win, play it again. You can still win up to $100,000 in the VIP club.
But you have to enter and see rules and complete details at ialottery.com/VIP.
Yes, thank you.
At Cenex, we're locally owned and operated, so your community is our community. That's why your Cenex goes far beyond the store. We fuel community connections by supporting local festivals, restoring town monuments, and renovating baseball fields. Now in its 4th year, we'll have contributed more than $400,000 to Cenex communities through our Hometown Pride initiative, because community connections make the places we live so special. Cenex, powered locally.
Hawkeyes outscore the Bulldogs in overtime 10-4 to win it 92-86 behind Monica Sonano's double-double of 36 points and 11 rebounds. Is your small business ready for a big promotion? To support and celebrate small businesses, United Healthcare and Hawkeye Athletics are teaming up for the Spotlight on Small Business Sweepstakes. Winners receive radio promotions, social media recognition, and more. To enter, visit HawkeyeSports.com/UHC. United Healthcare is a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Well, Jamie, let's dive into that stat sheet. How about a look at the final stats?
Ooh, there's a lot to dive into here, Rob. 3 players for Iowa finished in double figures of those 92 points, weighted heavily by 2 of them. Monica Sonano, 36 points on 14 of 21 shooting from the field, and then 28 from Caitlin Clark on 9 of 28 shooting from the field. McKenna Warnock added an 11. She was 3 of 5 from the three-point line, so she was the hottest from the three-point line today. But helping out, 6 points from Marshall, and the two big threes that we remember. Those are kind of shifters right there. 2 points from O'Grady, 4 from Molly Davis, and Stolke with 5. So playing some good minutes as well for the Hawkeyes today. Today, only 8 players ended up seeing the court, which we've been seeing 13 players, so that's a big shift. That's a big change for Iowa. Drake had 86 points. Of those, they had 5 players in double figures. 24 from Dennebier, 18 Berg, 13 Bear, 12 Gildner, and 11 from Meyer. Drake finished the game 48% shooting from the field. Iowa just 42% shooting from the field. You don't normally see that. The biggest difference, I would say, looking at these stats, Iowa only had 11 turnovers for this game, while Drake had 23 turnovers. That's probably the changing piece right there. Rebounds-wise, they weren't too far off from each other. Iowa 43, Drake 48. Iowa had 11 steals today. Those were huge. 3 steals from Warnock, 3 steals from Marshall, and 3 steals from Davis. And all of those, I can remember every single one that happened. Assist-wise, Iowa shared the ball really well too, so 21 assists. 9 of those came from Caitlin Clark. Iowa's shooting today from the free throw line. Wow, not good. 17 of 30. I'm sure you will get to hear Coach Bluder talk about that today, and she will say, wow, the game would have been easy had we had even made 10 extra free throws.
And you know this is a very good free throw shooting
They
team.
are, and that's going to be something that's going to frustrate them, but that's something they're not going to have to continue to harp on. They're going to have to get that, figure it out. But Drake, man, today they had a really, really great game. They did not shoot well from the free throw line. They shot 68% from the free throw line. But yeah, the defining piece was probably the fact that Iowa just did not turn the ball over as much. So they had more opportunities. Actually, they scored 21 points off of Drake's turnovers. So there's the I would say the biggest difference. All these sets. This is probably the most intriguing stat sheet I feel like I've looked at in a long time, because there's a lot happening here about things that I think had a lot of implications on the game.
To show you how tight this game was, Jamie, Iowa didn't lead very much in the first half. Ended up leading for 20 minutes and 6 seconds. Drake for 21 minutes and 11 seconds. Game was tied 7 times. 7 lead changes.
Oh my God.
Iowa's biggest lead was only 6. Drake did take a 9-point lead midway through the second quarter. Hawks did have an scoring run of 8.
And that's not very much for Iowa. We've seen some big ones from them.
That was actually back in the first quarter, and Drake had a run of 8 in quarter number 2. Score by quarters. Drake held a 23-22 lead after 1. Won the second quarter 22-19 and led 45-41. Hawks won the third quarter 21-14, and then Drake outscored Iowa in the fourth 23-20. We were tied at 82 after regulation, and then of course Iowa outscores Drake in the overtime period 10-4 to win it 92-86. We'll be back with more postgame from the Knapp Center in Des Moines. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
The road to a championship is long and full of peril, not to mention snow. Best to drive a Honda. Athletic, all-wheel drive vehicles with nimble moves, power off the line, and gas mileage that's off the charts. Plus, every Honda comes standard with Honda sensing safety features, because defense wins championships, and everybody loves the free safety. New Hondas are arriving daily at your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Time to redo this basement?
Yeah. A home gym, movie theater, model train utopia.
Or yoga studio?
I'm flexible-ish.
Great. I'll just use the U.S. Bank mobile app so we can plan it out.
Which way are you leaning? Setting a savings goal or applying for a home improvement loan?
I say we look at both options, right here in the app.
Budget for a really good home gym. We deserve it.
Noted.
Help for today, planning for tomorrow. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender member FDIC.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, the Jill Armstrong team, with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor, and Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. Contact the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty for all of your real estate needs. Call 319-631-5455.
You probably know that a natural gas leak smells like rotten eggs, but what does a gas leak look or sound like? If you hear a whooshing or hissing sound, see dirt, dust, or water spraying from an area, or you get dizzy or queasy, leave the area immediately, then call 1-800-595-5325 once you're safely away. See MidAmericanEnergy.com for more safety tips.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Welcome back to the Knapp Center. Hawkeyes win it in overtime over the Drake Bulldogs, 92-86. Assistant coach Raina Harmon joins us courtside, and Raina faced some adversity and a road victory. It's certainly never easy, and when you get those in-state games going, you knew it was going to be 4 quarters, but took a little extra today.
Yeah, it took a little extra. I think the fans at home, the fans in the arena, they all got their money's worth today. Just proud of the way that our Hawks stayed resilient. Drake went on a stretch there, took the lead. We just kept cutting back into it. A few things didn't fall our way with the free throws and gave up a few too many offensive rebounds, but I thought we did a great job capitalizing off turnovers and just staying resilient, staying positive the whole way.
Yeah, good point. 21 points off turnover for the Hawkeyes, and only turned it 11 on the road in an intense situation. Drake 23, and I think you're right. I mean, the calmness that the Hawks showed, even if it gave up a 6-0 run, 8-0 run, the crowd really got into it. Didn't seem to be any panic.
Yeah, a veteran team, right? And, we had those discussions. I mean, you think about the last time we played a blue team with the former player.
Right.
Panic set in a little bit. I mean, so we were very transparent in addressing those conversations early about, control what we can control. The fans are going to be loud both ways. The bands are going to be in your face, but do what we do best. Take care of the ball, shoot it, get the ball inside.
Yeah, I got it inside.
We did.
How about Monica today?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I know she's going to be frustrated looking that she wasn't perfect, and missed a few free throws down the stretch. But, I mean, that kid, she works her tail off. Our team respects her, and they get the ball to her.
Thought the turning point, let me know what you think. Gabby Marshall came out and hit those big 2 3-pointers, and then Warnock got into it. And that just seemed to really turn the momentum in the third quarter.
That opened it up because for a while it was a 2-person game, right, with Caitlin and Monica. So, I mean, for those two to kind of just, again, stay with it, stay positive, be ready when they had the open shot. Like you said, I thought Gabby, she was almost playing defense for, 94 feet the whole game, so a little tired there. But once she hit that first one, you can see that emotion just kind of take over. I knew she wasn't going to miss the second one. And again, McKenna, that kid deadly from outside. So, she's just going to keep shooting. 11 steals. How does Gabby Marshall just always seems to come up with the basketball when you absolutely need it? She's so quick, and she just has a knack for it, right? And I'm sure other teams see this, but as soon as they go try to inbound the ball, here she comes turning around looking for steals. She's just quick, and she's embraced that role as the defensive stopper on our team, and our whole team praises her for that. And so I thought, she had a tough assignment today, guarding everybody that was driving and all the shooters, but I thought she held her own. Yeah, and there was a lot of that. That's a good offense that Drake runs. And look at the bench play. Molly Davis and Hannah Stalke, I thought, really came in and battled underneath. Yeah, so Molly, she has a ton of experience, and so she came in, and again, I think the team pours into her, and they know what she could do. She helps relieve Caitlin a little bit with some ball handling there, so I thought she did a great job of just getting us into our sets. And then Hannah, who's had to grow up fast a little bit, but that kid, when she steps in front of the bright light, she's ready to play. Yeah, no doubt about it. And the game got kind of physical underneath, and didn't seem to call much there for a stretch, so you just kind of have to adapt, don't you, and go battle yourselves. Absolutely, and you think about both teams. We shoot 30 free throws, they shoot 25 free throws, and so it was kind of a slugfest, but that's what the preseason is for. We're going to see it down the stretch. We also saw it in Southern, so we were kind of ready for that a little bit. Well, 3-0, can't be any better than that. That's right. And to get that first road win, and this early, Raina, a game like this, especially when you win, what
can this do for you as the season progresses and the opponents obviously get better?
Yeah, I think a game like this helps mature you a little bit, right? I mean, we come into an in-state game, an emotional game, a packed game. We talked before we got on air about this feeling like a tournament game. A postseason tournament game, just with the amount of fans that was in here, the electricity, and how tight the game was the whole way. That just does nothing but prepare you for the games coming down the stretch and to be able to handle those, the physicality of it. What happens when you're not shooting the three well? You got to turn your defense on. And so, again, it helps us face things that we're going to see down the road.
Well, logged a lot of minutes, did those starters, so a good, don't have to play till Thursday now,
That's right? That'll be good to us.
Raina, appreciate it, as always, joining us on the postgame show.
Thank you. Go Hawks.
Assistant coach Raina Harmon after the Hawkeyes defeat the Bulldogs in overtime, 92-86. We'll be back with more postgame from the Knapp Center after the break. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
At Mid-American Energy, we want to help keep you safe around power lines and electrical equipment. Always assume a power line is energized, even if it's on the ground. To avoid the risk of an accidental shock or electrocution, avoid touching a power line with anything. And when you see high voltage warnings on transformers and substations, stay away. We care about you and your safety. Get more tips at midamericanenergy.com.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Okay, close your eyes and imagine.
Well, unless you're driving.
Yes, imagine you bought a scratch ticket from the Iowa Lottery.
Or someone gave you one.
Yes, right. And you scratch, and you've won.
Won big.
Yes, in fact, there are 13 holiday games with big cash prizes. And if you don't win, play it again. You can still win up to $100,000 in the VIP club.
But you have to enter and see rules and complete details at ialottery.com/VIP.
Yes. Thank you.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
At Cenex, we're locally owned and operated, so your community is our community. That's why your Cenex goes far beyond the store. We fuel community connections by supporting local festivals, restoring town monuments, and renovating baseball fields. Now in its fourth year, we'll have contributed more than $400,000 to Cenex communities through our Hometown Pride initiative, because community connections make the places we live so special. Cenex, powered locally.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
Welcome back to the postgame show on the Hawkeye Radio Network from the Knapp Center in Des Moines after Iowa defeats Drake in overtime 92-86. Iowa Corn and Quickstar are partnering to give you a chance to win tickets to the Iowa Corn Cyhawk Series matchups. Simply visit any participating Quickstar in Iowa through November 13th. Fill up with 8 or more gallons of unleaded 88 and use your Quick Rewards card, and you are automatically entered for a chance to win tickets. And there'll be some big matchups. For more information and official rules, visit quicktrip.com/sweepstakes. Get pumped to win with Iowa Corn and Quickstar. It's now time for the plays of the game, and there were a lot of them. Gildner the block, and then quickly down Drake, and a shot up by Bear, too strong off the window, didn't hit the rim. Hawkeyes with a rebound. Clark gets it into Sonano, goes up, left hand, the finish against Maggie Bear, that's her third. Here's Marshall. She'll fire another three-pointer and drills this one from the left side. Clark inside, bounce pass, Sonano goes up strong, has it blocked. Davis crashes the boards and gets the rebound. Warnock for three, rolls it in. Clark in between the circles. Angles right side, lob pass in. Sonano, nice catch. She's double team, goes up strong and finishes over the front of the rim. Sonano with 27.
She's so good.
Drake gets it in, and it's knocked away by Warnock. Off the steal, she drives in, left-handed layup is good. Took it all the way to the rim. The steal and the two. Inside, Sonano, great position and just couldn't get it to go. Offensive rebound, Stalky, no. Offensive board, Sonano, yes.
Oh, I love that beast. The two in there is so powerful.
Now the Bulldog fans answer. Clark fires a three.
Oh,
got it just left to the top of the key.
Ice in the veins. Yes.
And here's a steal by Gabby
Love
Marshall.
it. And I like the decision. She looked for it, thought about driving in, and she's like, nope, let's just bring it out.
Boy, she just finds a way to come up with that basketball in clutch situations. Here's Clark. Hands it off to Sonano on the give and go. Lays it up and in off the window.
Hold the defense, make the drop pass.
And those are some of the highlights from this afternoon's victory by Iowa over Drake, as the Hawkeyes outscored the Bulldogs 10-4 in overtime to win it 92-86. When we come back, we will head to the Iowa locker room as Jamie has Coach Bluder and our star of the game. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
All love a good win. Catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/IowansWin.
Running a business is a lot of work. Luckily, I've got a great partner. Oh, I thank you. I meant U.S. Bank. I knew that. U.S. Bank Business Essentials is a huge help to us.
Totally. Their comprehensive point-of-sale system does it all. Tracks inventory, manages schedules, customizes orders.
Plus all the regular banking stuff.
If only it could make coffee.
Nah, that's your job.
From point of sale to quick loans, we have many ways to make your business boom. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender member FDIC.
Okay, close your eyes and imagine.
Well, unless you're driving.
Yes, imagine you bought a scratch ticket from the Iowa lottery.
Or someone gave you one.
Yes, right. And you scratch, and you've won.
One big.
Yes, in fact, there are 13 holiday games with big cash prizes. And if you don't win, play it again. You can still win up to $100,000 in the VIP club.
But you have to enter and see rules and complete details at ialottery.com/VIP.
Yes, thank you.
You probably know that a natural gas leak smells like rotten eggs. But what does a gas leak look or sound like? If you hear a whooshing or hissing sound, see dirt, dust, or water spraying from an area, or you get dizzy or queasy, leave the area immediately, then call 1-800-595-5325 once you're safely away. See MidAmericanEnergy.com for more safety tips.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Welcome back courtside, the Knapp Center in Des Moines. Hawks move to 3-0, win it in overtime 92-86. And let's head back to the Iowa locker room as Jamie has head coach Lisa Bluder.
Thanks, Rob. And in a winning locker room here with Coach Bluder. Have you caught your breath yet?
Just barely. This was a great environment. I mean, this was so good for the state of Iowa to have this environment here. And for obviously, we feel really good coming out of here with a win because this is a tough place to play. Our third quarter really gave us some momentum, and then obviously the fourth quarter we won 10-4. But Monica Sonano has a double. I love the fact that we had 21 assists on 11 turnovers. We rebounded better the second half. First half, I was not happy with our O boards, but the second half, we got 12 offensive rebounds. So good game. Everybody, like Gabby, hit some clutch threes, and man, she had a defensive effort out there. Played a lot of minutes. We haven't had to play this many minutes yet this year, so this was a new thing for us.
Do you feel like your team was ready to go into OT today? Had you already had that prep, those times in practice?
I just feel like our team is pretty savvy at end-of-game situations and end-of-quarter situations. I think they do a really good job of that, and it helps when you have Caitlin because she does have a good, basketball IQ out there. But Molly Davis, I'm telling you, I know she only had, 4 points, and she's a difference maker for us. She has 3 assists, she has 3 steals, she has 2 offensive rebounds. She works hard on defense. She is a real breath of fresh air for us.
So for this game, wasn't the best free throw shooting game, wasn't the best field goal shooting game, but you pulled out the win. So what does that say about your team's ability to stick with it even when things are not going right?
We talk about winning ugly. We talk about, how sometimes you go on the road, your offense doesn't go with you. You got to win ugly, and you got to win by valuing the ball, which we did. You got to win by the boards, which 27% of offensive rebounds. Happy with that. And so you got to play hard defensively. This is a very good offensive team, Drake is. They did such a great job of sealing, and Katie Dennebeyer really did a great job. I thought she was very impressive tonight.
Yeah, on both ends of the court. She had a lot of pressure. She looked like she was on Clark most of the day, and then the ability to score and drive. So what will you work on? You have a little bit of time before your next road game against Kansas State. What will you work on in the meantime?
Well, I haven't even watched any Kansas State. I'll be watching them on the bus back today. But again, in free throw shooting, that's just a weird thing because we were the #1 free throw shooting team in the country last year. So for us to shoot 57% is pretty crazy. And if we would have just shot our normal percentage, it wouldn't have went into overtime. But, that's an easy thing. We can go back. We can get to work on that. I think our post defense by our guards is something we obviously need to work on. But again, I think Drake runs such a good system. I'm just happy to come out of here with a win.
Awesome. Anything for those fans or for Lisa who might be hitting the road and hearing you on the way out?
Yeah. Obviously we all had our Brinks bench shirt on today, and Lisa Brinkmeyer is just an incredibly special human being. And the reason that you see everybody wearing these shirts is because she puts so much into people. She puts so much into people, and people want to give back to her. We love her. We got to spend time with her again last night, which is always a joy. So we're behind Lisa all the way. We're a part of Brink's bench.
Awesome. And I should have you say something. There's fans probably driving home across 80 right now. It's going to be a slew of fans driving down. Anything for those fans?
Well, next Sunday we'll be back in Carver Hawkeye Arena. Thursday we're at Kansas State, but Sunday we'll be back in Carver Hawkeye Arena. Great team. Belmont picked to win the Missouri Valley Conference. So it will be a great game.
All right. Thanks, Coach. And now here with Monica Sonano, 36 points, not too shabby. Tell me about the game today.
Yeah, I thought it was a hard-fought game on both sides. I think that we came out a little bit slower than we would have liked to, but I think in the third quarter we really picked it up. Drake's a great team to go against, and anytime we have an in-state rival like this, it doesn't matter what your ranking is. It's 2 great teams going against each other, and anything can happen.
So this is probably the best post you went up against so far this year. How did that make you feel?
It was good. I really like having a chance to kind of work on small ball and a little bit smaller post compared to the Big Ten post early in the season. Just really helps me improve my game all around, and she was a great post, and I'm really glad we can walk out of here with a win.
And what's your favorite thing about road wins?
I just love the atmosphere of road wins, coming into an opposing team's place and kind of taking something from them. I take a lot of pride in it. We're road dogs. We like to call ourselves that. So, I'm thrilled.
And how about these Hawkeye fans who just love their bigs? They love Monica Sonano. They love anybody who's down there in the post being tough. Anything for them?
Oh my gosh, I appreciate them so much. I love it. People and I would just have an appreciation for the strong, the big, like all that. So it's so cool to see people come out here and support, not even just the post and the bigs, but our whole team. I want to say it was like a good 50-50 split between Drake fans and Hawkeye fans. So I love that. Thank you guys so much for coming and showing up.
All right, thanks, Monica. Great game.
Thank you.
Jamie, thank you, and thanks to Monica and also Coach Bluder for joining us from the locker room on the postgame show after Iowa defeats Drake in overtime, 92-86, behind 36-11 for Monica Sonano on 14 of 21 from the floor, 8 of 14 from the free throw line, and those 11 boards, 5 at the offensive end. Caitlin Clark kicked in 28, had 5 boards and 9 assists. Those are 2 players in double figures for the Hawks. And Katie Denbeer had 24 on 10 of 13 from the floor. Was very, very impressive for the Drake Bulldogs. And another big week, Jamie, as you get back from the locker room at Kansas State, a Big 12 opponent who defeated Wisconsin handily in Milwaukee on Friday night. And then, as Coach Bluder mentioned, back in the Valley, but you're at the upper end, the top of the Valley with the Drake Bulldogs today. And then Belmont Bruins come in on Sunday, picked to win it, and first year in the Valley.
Right. So Iowa, a lot of people, talk about cupcake schedules. I don't think Iowa does that. They're doing something to prepare themselves for the whole season right now. They're really trying to set themselves up to hit good teams early so they can work on what they need to work on earlier rather than later.
Well, that'll wrap up our coverage from the Knapp Center. Our first in-state game of the year. Hawks move to 3-0. Drake falls to 1-1 after Iowa defeats Drake 92-86 in overtime. Join us on Thursday night as Iowa travels to Manhattan, Kansas to take on the Kansas State Wildcats. That's an 8 o'clock tip. Will be on the air at 7:45. Then, of course, Iowa and Belmont from Carver Hawkeye Arena next Sunday. That's a 2 o'clock tip. Thanks to Jamie Cavey Lang for all of her outstanding work today. This is Rob Brooks saying good night from the Knapp Center in Des Moines.
Hawkeye Women's Basketball has been brought to you by Authentic Brand. Unique Hawkeye apparel at authentic-brand.com. Bud Light, it's for the fans. Honda. To see how Honda crushes the competition, see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest. Hy-Vee. Score big savings at HyVeeDeals.com. Iowa Lottery. Be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit IALottery.com for details. United Healthcare. Proud sponsors of Small Business Spotlight. Sign up your small business at HawkeyeSports.com/UHC. And by U.S. Bank. Proud to support Iowa basketball. U.S. Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.